Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind New York Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind New York Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Happy Monday night. Glad to have you guys back in here, being a part on the stream tonight. The New York Knicks leading the series 1-0 over the Atlanta Hawks. Game 2 of the matchup tonight in the first round. Knicks took the first game 113-102 on Saturday. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Knicks been really solid this year in their home floor. They're 30-10. Coming into the playoffs with a win in round 1 in game 1, 31-10 overall. And it was close throughout, but the Knicks late, just such a clutch team, able to pull away in the second half, picking up the 11-point victory. Knicks had a solid game at the free throw line. They shot 25 for 30 at the free throw line. Hawks left 7 free throws off the board at 63% at the free throw line, compared to the Knicks, where they were 83% at the charity stripe. Knicks efficient, 12 for 25 at 48 from the perimeter. Hawks shot the ball pretty well from the perimeter as well at 38%, 14 for 37. But where this game lived is that Atlanta's going to start to need to take care of the basketball much more, because this Knicks team just thrives upon points in transition, points off turnovers, and able to generate that in the last game with 22-13 in their favor, being points off the fast break. What's good, Pringle, Jeffrey? Thanks for joining in tonight. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here tonight, Knicks or Hawks. And I'm going to go with the Knicks in this one. I think it's going to be close, but I do like the home court advantage for the Knicks. I think this could potentially be a series that the home team wins often in this series. The Knicks have been one of the top teams in the entire NBA this season on their home floor, but away from home, that's where they struggled. And the Hawks getting a taste of playoff experience in this matchup. A lot of these guys haven't played in the playoff game for Atlanta, or it's been quite some time since they played in a playoff game. They do have Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who played for the T-Wolves last year, deep into the playoffs for Minnesota. But yeah, a lot of these guys getting kind of like their first taste of playoff basketball, or they played a while ago in the playoffs. Yeah, I saw that, Jeffrey. So Kim English, his services no longer needed at UNC. Spike Lee in attendance. You got all the celebs and big name stars out in the building for this game, watching at MSG. Game 2 of this series. One game going on right now. The Cavs up against the Raptors, 52-42. Cavs up 1-0 in that series. Man, Celtics looking really good. 31-point blowout victory yesterday afternoon for Boston over Philadelphia. OKC looking really good as well. They blew the doors off Phoenix yesterday, but the stunner came from last night's game, the 6:30 p.m. time slot, where the Magic upset the Pistons in the first matchup. So Magic lead the series as the 8 seed, 1-0 over Detroit. Detroit coming in tomorrow as they're playing next on Wednesday. Detroit's coming into that matchup as a 9.5-point favorite. Looking to bounce back. Cade Cunningham, he dropped down 38 in game 1 of the series. Wow, Thunder, humongous favorites going into game 2 on Wednesday. 17.5-point favorite. Celtics play tomorrow. They're a 13.5-point favorite over Philadelphia. This spread is at New York tonight at 6.5 on the line for the point spread for this matchup. Knicks led by Jalen Brunson. He had 28 points game 1 of the series, 25 by Cat, and just so much playoff experience with these guys going up against the Hawks team where some of the guys haven't played in a while, or it's their first taste of the playoffs, or some guys they got via trade that they have played in the playoffs before. So it's a mix of different players who's played in playoffs at like different years. Like CJ McCollum has played in the playoffs before with the Blazers, now with the Hawks, and had a pretty solid game 1 for CJ, coming off a team high 26 points on 4 made threes, 11 for 20 shooting from the floor. A little bit of a different taste, though, for guys like Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson, younger type of players on this Hawks team. And, yeah, they're going to need their key players to really be able to produce. McCollum did in the last game, but I feel like Jalen Johnson with 23 for him. He's basically hitting his average, but probably in these playoff games, you're looking to pop off much more because players do go away. They're going to need to get something on the Dyson Daniels. Like, this guy's like an all-defensive type of player for him, but not so much with his offense. 11 assists, 9 rebounds, but just 4 points. That's what they're missing. They're missing a fifth starter that can score, whereas just so critical. They need him to get into double figures, which he's not known to be a scorer, but a lockdown defender. Wow, Big East commissioner retiring. Thanks for the update there, Jeffrey. I saw something a couple minutes ago before I went live. Devastating injury news. Solo Ball for UConn is out for the entire season next year at UConn. So he's dealing with an injury. He had suffered, I think, that injury during the Final Four game against Illinois, and then he played through it in the national championship game. And then John Rothstein just tweeted out that Solo Ball is going to be out for the entire season coming up for UConn. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'm going to be tipping off here very shortly. Starting lineups being introduced right now for the Knicks, getting their starters called. I love the NBC pregame that they have. Just awesome what they do with the whole tip-off in the pregame festivities and everything for NBC. Cavs up against the Raptors, 52-45, Carly. That game's in action with just above a minute left to go before halftime. Yeah, big game both out of Cat and Brunson. Jalen Brunson, 28 in the first game of the series. Cat with 25 plus 8 rebounds. 18 by OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, each with 11. Just so much balance between the starting 5 for the Knicks. Really good starting 5 for them. And plus, they added in Jordan Clarkson. 8 points for him. For Clarkson. He was like a 6-man front runner a couple years back with Utah. Atlanta, last game led by CJ McCollum, 26 points. Jalen Johnson with 23. Okongwu, solid game by him. He had 19. It's pretty good for a big man there for Onyeka Okongwu. And Nikhil with 17. I feel like for him, he's going to have to pop off much more. He's got games that he's capable of going off for 25 plus 30-point games for Nikhil Alexander-Walker. Most likely, he is going to be the most improved player in the league. But, yeah, they're going to have to get as much as possible out of him. He's also got playoff experience, too. So, good amount of playoff games he's played in. Former Minnesota Timberwolves player for Nikhil. And then off the bench, not really much off the bench during the last game by the Hawks. Jonathan Kuminga, He played in that finals series against the Celtics for Golden State back in 2022. He had 8 points off the bench, but Muhammad Gay gave Vince and the only other 2 guys to score. And they combined for just 5 total off the bench, so gonna need much more production out of their bench in this matchup tonight as well for the Hawks to see if they can pull off the upset victory. Knicks and the Hawks coming up in a matter of moments at MSG. Hawks wear the white jerseys tonight, red numbers, red letters for this matchup. And we'll be tipping off in a couple moments here. I believe it's going to be the same starters as Game 1, from what I heard. Yeah, looks like we got the starters here. So, Brunson, Bridges, Hart, Anunoby, and Towns for the Knicks going up against Daniels, McCollum, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Jalen Johnson, Onyeka Okongwu for the Hawks. Oh, pretty cool, man. Yeah, PC been super active last, couple weeks. Picking up a bunch of new players, bunch of different faces going to be on the team coming up this year. Yeah, Atlanta was one of the hot risers. Second half of the season, made their way all the way to the number 6 seed in the Eastern Conference. Jalen Brunson, looking for another big game out of him tonight as the Knicks wear the black jerseys, orange numbers, orange letters, dark blue outline for tonight's matchup for New York. New York going right to left on the floor, Atlanta going left to right. It is Karl-Anthony Towns alongside Onyeka Okongwu at the midcourt logo at Madison Square Garden. Game 2 of the series, New York City about to tip it off. Ball's up in the air, tipped off, and the Hawks tip it to Nickeil Alexander-Walker as we are underway, and Atlanta controls the opening tip. First possession of the night, Dyson Daniels at the top of the key, slides it over to Okongwu. Okongwu bounce past Johnson, working on Josh Hart opening possession. Johnson towards his left, bobbled it, lost it, turnover. Off Jalen Johnson, opening turnover, first possession to begin for the Hawks. And that's exactly what cannot happen if you're Atlanta. Turning over the basketball off possession number 1 on the road at MSG. In this type of environment, in prime time, Brunson dribbles up, circles around, inside the key, turn around, mid-range, Brunson, off the back rim, no good, broke it up on the bounce, last off, Okongwu. It's going to stay Knicks ball. Mike, welcome in, thanks for joining in. Yeah, Knicks had the upper hand in the regular season. Yeah, they're really just a clutch team for New York. Inbound, corner, jumper on Anunoby off the back heel, misfired, rebound secured by Okongwu. Possession number 2 for Atlanta, up the floor, Dyson Daniels, circles around, sends it back out on top. Okongwu dribbles, drives straight away, had a ball poke loose out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks, though. Yeah, Hawks got lucky there. Josh Hart, hounding defense. Leads to an inbound for Atlanta. Daniels, handoff, Nickeil goes up, got it stripped, turnover. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers by Atlanta, up the floor, accelerating Brunson. Back out to the corner, into the hands to OG, goes up, got stripped to the bounds, last off the Hawks. Both of these teams trying to play downhill with one another. Both defenses feisty, active so far to begin this game. Brunson underneath the inbound passer. Looking for a teammate to get open. He finds Cat at the wing. Cat dribbles up, drives downhill to the cup, soars up and scores the layup. First basket tonight going to Karl-Anthony Towns for the Knicks. Top of the key, Johnson steps into a 3 off the back heel, no good. A rebound secured by Hart. LD, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in, bud. Anunoby drives, attacks the paint, went up, got stripped, got fouled. 2 free throws coming up here At the line for OG Anunoby. We're just getting started tonight. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. 2 free throws here coming up at the line for OG. First one was missed. Second free throw is good. At the line for Anunoby. Hawks with possession. CJ McCollum. Near side corner. Weaves his way. Mid jumper. Got it. Able to connect on the deep 2. Right there for CJ. Hawks on the board. Knicks with possession. Jalen Brunson. Around the perimeter, slides it off towards his right to Bridges. Lob looking for Cat, deflected. Intercepted by Daniels. Step to the bounce, though. Off of Dyson. Daniels will stay Knicks ball. Great effort, just couldn't keep it in the court of play. Off that deflection. Brunson bounce pass into the hands of the Cat. Cat at the top of the key takes on Daniels. Towards his right off the dribble. Handoff Hart. Accelerates downhill. Hart shoves it down with a 2-handed flush. One step right past defender to surge right to the rim right there for Josh Hart with a rack attack. McCollum thought about the step back. Made the pass off to Daniels. Handoff CJ. CJ flings it down to the roller. Daniels high off the glass scores. Up and in with a layup. That's a bright spot right there for Atlanta. Second made field goal of the game. That's the first one by Dyson Daniels tonight, coming off just 4 points in the first round, game 1 matchup on Saturday. Cat, top of the free throw circle, takes on Daniels into the hands to Hart. Hart turnaround jumper, contested, gutted a drop over a Kongwu, good for 2. Both teams start to score at will inside the paint. McCollum. Bounce pass out to Johnson around the perimeter. Cross court into the hands to McCollum. McCollum towards his left off the dribble. Taken on the Hart. Lobs it off to Johnson. Jalen Johnson, 8 on the shot clock. Dribbles up. Drives. Low block follow away over 3 defenders. Missed off the rim. A rebound secured by Cat. So we are 3+ minutes into action. Brunson at the wing takes on the Kongwu 1-on-1. Jalen Brunson going to slow it down. Step back 3 in the air from the corner. Off the mark, misfired. Offensive rebound hauled in by Hart. Cat, up fake, drives right past Nikhil. Kick out, corner, Hart, outside. Bridges on a 3, sizzles the triple. Good ball movement right there for the Knicks. 6-point lead right out of the gate for New York. Nikhil slides it on top to Daniels. Daniels drives, accelerates inside the paint. Bumped into by Cat and fouled. 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line for the Hawks with Dyson Daniels. Yeah, good question, Michael. See if I can dig that up here. Last 20 games. Hawks are 14-6. Knicks are 14-6. Both teams same record. Last 20. Thunder and Spurs, top 2 teams in the NBA, last 20, 17-3. Last 15 games, Hawks 9-6. Knicks are 11-4. So Knicks in a tie for 6th place in the last 15, 11-4. Hawks in a tie for 11th with the Sixers at 9-6. Yes, I plan to be back in tomorrow as well. Josh Hart, open layup line, scores the 2. 12-6 advantage for the Knicks. Hawks with possession, stepping into a 3. A Kongwu rips down the triple. Massive stroke right there from the perimeter by Onyeka Okongwu. First 4 minutes of action. Jalen Brunson. Crossover dribbles, drives inside the key, a kick out corner. Extra pass made by OG Hart. Into the hands to Bridges towards his right off the dribble. 5 of the shot clock. Josh Hart launches the 3 straight away off the back heel, misfired. A rebound goes back to the Hawks. Dyson Daniels accelerates in the key. Daniels shovels it off to Okongwu. Okongwu down by 3. Spin cycle. He got the matchup advantage. Couldn't finish over Brunson, though, as it rattled out. Back it goes to the Knicks, and they lost it. Kicked out of bounds. Last off a Hart. It's a turnover at midcourt charge to New York. Yeah, Atlanta's another team that's really been able to thrive off transition points. It's been a key specialty, too, this year and the year previous for the Knicks is a plethora of points off transition. Jalen Johnson, his pass broken up, intercepted by Josh Hart. Up the floor for New York, finding Brunson. Brunson takes the 3 and makes the 3 from downtown. 15-6, 15-9 lead right out of the gate here for the Knicks. A steal leading to the transition 3 by Jalen Brunson. It's going to give us the first timeout in the night, taken by Atlanta. Josh Hart, eyes up ahead, finding Brunson. Spawning up, open at the wing, able to bury down the 3 ball. Knicks are out running up and down the floor, and they are firing and they are drilling. It's a high percentage start from the Knicks at 55%, Carly, from the court. And Jalen Brunson, first 3 for him made tonight. Josh Hart, he leads the way. 6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists to the opening timeout. All right, if you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Yes, I plan on being live tomorrow, Celtics Philadelphia game 2. No stream for me on Wednesday. I got a lacrosse game at night on Wednesday. Cavs up at the half over the Raptors, 54-48. Hey, what's good, Vegas? Welcome back in, bud. Yep, grab the popcorn for round 2, if it happens. Still, this is only game 2 of this series. The Knicks have had some issues in the road this year for them, so they've been just really solid at home. They're 30-10 at home. On the road, though, 22-19. That's actually a worse road record than the Hornets this year. Hornets went 23-18, didn't qualify for the playoffs since they lose that play-in. How about Orlando? Holy smokes. 1 game below 500 in the road games. They go to Detroit, and they beat Detroit in game 1 yesterday. Hey, Warren, welcome in. Yeah, Celtics looking really good. I saw that was the biggest win in franchise history in a first-round Game 1 playoff game. 31-point blowout win. Yeah, Jason Tatum looked incredible yesterday. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win this one here tonight, Knicks or Hawks. Feel free to type it in, or feel free to vote in the poll as well. Jalen Johnson, what a career he has had, taking a step up every single year. 6 points per game, 16, 19, 22.5 this year. I'm going with the Knicks tonight. Knicks have looked really good on their home floor. I was considering the Hawks in the series. Hawks have played well second half of the year, but some of their key guys just don't have that playoff experience yet for them. Jalen Johnson, one of them. Johnson launches at the elbow. Tough shot, missed off the bar. Cat controls the defensive rebound. Knicks up by 6 as they have it past midcourt. Brunson on the floor alongside Cat, Hart, Anunoby, and Mikal Bridges. Brunson, top of the key, slides it off towards his right, finds Bridges as Nikhil Gamble tried to come up with a steal. Bridges lobs it off the Cat, takes on Muhammad Gay, one Ottawa, and Cat towards his left, inside the key off the spin, puts it up and scores, up and then off the backboard, good for 2 for Cat. 8-point advantage right now for the Knicks. Daniels on top off to Muhammad Gay. So they back their way to the low block off the pivots. Bounce pass outside. Johnson from Kuminga. First time on the floor tonight for number 0, Jonathan Kuminga. 3 and a timer. Another poor decision leading to a steal collected inside the key by Hart. Brunson up the floor. Stumbled off the dribble. No call by the referees. He gave it away trying to find Hart. It was Johnson who collected the steal. Up the floor, Muhammad Gay tried to throw down a slam dunk. He's out of the play. He bricked it off the back rim. Brunson up the floor. Shovels out to the wing. Cat kick out corner. 3 on its way. Hart skidded off the rim and out to rebound secured by Nikhil. Hawks will slow it down. 5.5 left to go in the opening quarter. And Atlanta still with a player down next to the stanchion. Muhammad Gay, he is injured right now. He missed the slam dunk, came flying right into the stanchion. Oof. He hit his backside of his head. Came crashing right into the bottom part of the stanchion, which holds the basketball hoop. Went right into that bottom part padding. We're going to head to an injury timeout for Muhammad Gay. That is the first minute of court time, too, for him today. That's terrible. 1 minute, missed a slam dunk in transition, and then went crashing right into the bottom part of the stanchion, and he is down right now. Potentially, this looks like it could be possibly a concussion. Looks pretty bad. So we head over to the injury timeout. 5:33 left to go, opening quarter. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here tonight. Knicks or Hawks? Make sure to vote in that poll. Wonder. Yeah, that's correct. Hey, what's good, Ice Ice Baby? Welcome back on the stream. Yeah, Jason Tatum revenge series this time. Man, Celtics look incredible. Just different hot hands every single night. Different players playing a key role. Man, Sam Hauser's been awesome this year. He's found his stroke back. Looked really, really good last couple months. (17-9) as we were on the timeout. There was an injured player for Atlanta, bench player with Muhammad Gay. Missed the slam dunk in transition, went crashing into the back part of the, or front part of the stanchion with the back of his head. Never want to see that. As we come back to action, Okongwu is back on the floor. Gay had to substitute out because of the injury. Okongwu, bounce pass off to Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson takes on Mitchell Robinson around the perimeter. 5 of the shot clock goes iso ball. Johnson leading into contact, got the call, and drew the foul. And 2 free throws coming up here by Jalen Johnson. And that is on, that's on Mitchell Robinson, who picks up his first personal. So free throws, pretty big issue for the Hawks in the Game 1 loss. They shot 20% lower than the Knicks. First free throw, good at the line for Johnson. Second free throw is good. Knicks with their 5 on the floor, still their starters for the most part. Jalen Brunson, Karl-Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart. They do have one bench player in the game with Mitchell Robinson. Brunson got blitzed towards the far side. It's going to be a reach and fall charge to Dyson Daniels. So first personal foul tonight on Daniels. That stops the clock with 5:09. They're going to get Josh Hart here. Front court is the inbound passer. Hart bounce pass finds Brunson. Brunson at the wing. Bobbled it, lost it, turnover. Daniels up the floor, finds Kuminga, accelerates behind the defense, scores the layup, plus the foul. And the one covered up at the free throw line by Kuminga. Bad decision. Back end of the play, Mikal Bridges picks up the shooting foul. Didn't need to do that. Just let Kuminga go in. Scored an easy layup instead. He was holding on the backside of Kuminga as Kuminga went in for the layup. And that drew the and one. Free throw by Kuminga. Missed off the back rim. Hart there to control the defensive rebound. Happy Monday. Daniel, welcome back in, bud. Brunson past midcourt. As he's defended by Daniels. Gets the way to the corner. Bridges, rise and fire. On a 3. Connects on it. Major triple right down the chute by Mikal Bridges. 7-point lead now for the Knicks. Kuminga backs his way to the mid-block. Kuminga, pressure by Brunson, goes up. Commits to offensive foul. Elbows Jalen Brunson. And Brunson took the charge. It's going back to the Knicks. Yup. Jonathan Kuminga lowered a boom. Picks up the offensive foul. That's his second personal for Kuminga. So Kuminga coming off the bench, some early foul trouble. 2 fouls in 3 minutes of court time so far tonight. Bridges at the wing. Slides it cross court into the hands to Robinson. Robinson takes on Okongwu. Handoff. Bridges. Skip pass. Corner. 3. Cats. Off the mark. Misfire. Deflected out. Off the Hawks. And Okongwu cannot believe the call. A little bit thin at the front court as well for Atlanta with Muhammad Gay currently injured at the moment. Brunson underneath the inbound passer. Jalen Brunson lobs it over to Robinson at the wing. Mitchell Robinson, handoff Jalen Brunson. Brunson knocked down and fouled. He got hit down hard. That's on Dyson Daniels, who picks up the personal. And Jalen Brunson needs some time right now to gather himself. Jalen Brunson, man, he came crashing right into Brunson from Daniels here. Ooh! Damn, Dyson Daniels took out Jalen Brunson. That was right around the jawline. Trying to come around the screen for Dyson Daniels, and boom, right on the jaw. Completely obliterated Jalen Brunson off the dribble, and this is being checked out right now on an official review at the monitor. So Dyson Daniels, heavy personal foul. Holy smokes, this is starting to turn into a WWE contest right now. Man, Jalen Brunson took a massive shot by Daniels. Brunson receives the handoff from Robinson off the dribble handoff. Daniels trying to get around the screener set by Robinson. Spins and then completely clobbers Jalen Brunson right around the upper neck, right below the jaw, with a heavy right. Yeah, that's a heavy right arm. Heavy right arm by Dyson Daniels off a spin, unaware of his surroundings. Tried to come around the screener, torpedoed, and boom. Right arm clobbered the upper neck, bottom part of the jaw, Jalen Brunson. So right now we are on official review at the monitor. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Make sure to vote in the poll if you haven't already done so. Hit us up in the chat who guys like to win here tonight, Knicks or Hawks. Early poll is 64-38. Knicks are leading the poll currently. So nothing flagrant according to the officials. So this will stand as just a common foul. And this will lead to an inbound here for New York. Brunson, near side front court, kicked ball violation off the inbound, charge to Daniels. So once again, the Knicks will have to reset. 4:09 left to go in the opening quarter. Brunson on the floor alongside Cat, Hart, Robinson, and Bridges. Inbound goes to Hart. Handoff Brunson. Brunson towards his left off the dribble. Crossover takes on Jalen Johnson. Brunson stuck in the free throw circle. Spin cycle. Brunson tried to step through. Leaning backwards. Tough shot. No good off the mark. Deflected up into the hoop. And it's good for two for the Knicks. That's an own basket. In and onto the hands of Dyson Daniels, who will get credited to Mitchell Robinson, closest player there to score the two off the tap-in. Kick out, quarter three. Okongwu rips down the triple. Really needed that right there for the Hawks. 3.5 left to go in the opening quarter. Knicks cross the timeline with Brunson. Brunson towards his left off the dribble. Jalen Brunson slides it off to the corner. Bridges on the three, skipped around the rim and out. Robinson offensive rebound off to Bridges. Reverse wraparound, missed the layup. Back it goes over to Atlanta. Top of the key, Jalen Johnson. Into the hands to Dyson Daniels at the wing. It drives on Robinson. Kick outside. Johnson. Johnson takes on the Hart, sends it on top. Daniels on the three, left short. A rebound goes over to Hart. And Bridges attacking the paint, goes up, draws the shooting foul. 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line for Mikal Bridges. Yeah, that's an own basket in and out of the hands of Dyson Daniels. Young team in the playoffs together. For Atlanta, some of these guys do have playoff experience with other teams. Nickeil Alexander-Walker for the T-Wolves, CJ McCollum for the Portland Trailblazers, Jonathan Kuminga for Golden State. But in terms of these guys playing together for like a long time, it just hasn't happened yet. This is the first go-around with this grouping of players because Atlanta traded away Trae Young at the trade deadline, and there were a bunch of different players that came in to the team to help them out as Dyson Daniels soared up to the rim, kicked it out to the wing. That was actually a smart decision by him because he would have got denied severely at the rim. Nikhil, no good, missed a shot. Rebound, secured by Robinson. Knicks with possession. 8-point lead for New York. It's been a physical battle so far tonight. Push pass corner, lob over the top. OG Anunoby sends it through off to Robinson with an alley-oop slam. 10-point lead for New York. Beautiful ball movement working outside to inside. Kuminga soars up to the rim, draws the shooting foul. 2 shots here coming up in the line for Jonathan Kuminga. A nice extra feed. That was Cat off to the corner. Anunoby sent the pass upstairs to Robinson. Up on the rooftop for the two-handed jam. That was nice. 2 free throws here by Kuminga at the line. First one's good. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. What a start tonight for the Knicks to begin this matchup. First time on the floor tonight for the Knicks with number 44, Landry Shamet. Second free throw misfired. Shamet tips it over to Robinson for the defensive rebound. Brunson around the perimeter. Bounce pass on Anunoby. Anunoby dribbles a tag. Soars up to the rack and he dunks it with a 2 and then flush. Holy moly. OG Anunoby getting up right there for a man slam. Hawks in trouble. Hawks buried a 3 though at the wing with McCollum. Massive triple by CJ. Right back off to the poster dunk by OG. 5 points now by CJ as we're under 1.5 left to go. At the end of the opening quarter, Brunson dribbles up, drives, floats it up over the top. Robinson with another slam up on the rooftop. Knicks getting going. The Energizer Bunny in the building. Off Lob City right now to begin this opening quarter. Atlanta with possession. Kuminga defended by Shamet, who picks up the reach-in foul. 9 assists as a team currently for the New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson. Incredible find, finding Mitchell Robinson with that alley-oop slam. This Knicks team clicking on all cylinders currently. Hawks at the free throw line. First free throw is good. Quick update on the Raptors-Cavs game. It's 68-55 Cleveland. Second free throw good at the line by McCollum. So he buries both of them. 8-point game, just above 1 minute left to go in the opening quarter. Jalen Brunson, he's played the entire first quarter. A legal screen set at midcourt, charge to Robinson. It's an offensive foul. Ooh, things getting really chippy right now. Players have to get separated. We got punches thrown here on the floor. I just saw a swing on camera. Dyson Daniels, Mitchell Robinson go right after it. Oh yeah, we got a series. Mitchell Robinson absolutely heated right now. Coaches have to come in, separate these players. Officials have to separate these players. Mitchell Robinson, heavy screen at midcourt, stands right over Dyson Daniels with both of his legs over the top of Dyson Daniels. Some shoving at the end of the play. Daniels had to get restrained by his teammates. Mitchell Robinson had to get restrained by his teammates, plus the officials came out to restrain Robinson. And yeah, there was a swing in the process as well. Players had to get separated. Mitchell Robinson, Dyson Daniels going after one another. Under official review, 1:01 left to play. And this is only the first quarter tonight. Robinson, a legal screen at the midcourt logo, stands right over the top of Dyson Daniels after it's all over. Daniels did not appreciate that, had some words for Robinson. Robinson with a push, and then Robinson tried to retaliate as well. Tried to come up with a swing at Daniels, but Daniels had already been restrained by his teammates. And yeah, we'll see what happens here with this. Initial call, Mitchell Robinson, offensive foul. Turnover. Right now, the question is, will this be ruled a flagrant one, or will this be potentially ejection here from Mitchell Robinson even? Hawks also challenged. So Mitchell Robinson gets called in the technical. So the Hawks had challenged there. The Knicks got called in the offensive foul. What they must have been challenging is like if that warranted an ejection for Mitchell Robinson. Either way, Hawks are going to get free throws out of this. Off the technical by Mitchell Robinson, Nickeil Alexander-Walker buries the free throw. Kind of weird to challenge that because it was already an offensive foul. So, yeah, only thing that would make the case would be that he wasn't ejected. Yeah, I really like CJ as part of the trade. Yeah, poor Corey Kispert just hasn't found his footing yet. But that trade seemed to pay off for the Hawks getting a leader in the locker room with CJ making their way all the way up to the number 6 seed in the playoffs and removing Trey from their team, which was disaster to the locker room. Brunson just scored a layup for 2. 30 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Daniels looking for an open teammate. Bounce pass, backdoor cutter, Nickeil, kick out. Quarter 3, Kuminga, no good. Around the rim and out to rebound. Ripped away by Anunoby. Shot clock turned off for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson, right past midcourt, gets past Daniels, defended by Alexander Walker. So we're down to 10 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Physical start to the series between these two teams. Brunson on the outside, towards his right, takes the jumper straight away, and at the buzzer, it's an air ball. Jalen Brunson completely missed every single part of the rim as possible. 32-23 at the end of the first quarter. Physical one, as the Knicks are leading in this matchup at the end of one. All right, if you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. I actually got to... Yeah, I have to... Yeah, this actually stopped for some reason at the 5:33 mark. Alright, so that should be the full box score that's up there now. Yeah, it's been a balance between Knicks players. 6 different scores and 8 different players who's checked in. Mikal Bridges leads the way. He has 8. 6 by Josh Hart, 5 by Brunson, 4 by Cat, 3 by OG. Off the bench, Mitchell Robinson, 6 points, 4 rebounds. And then Atlanta led by CJ, 7 points in 7 minutes, 6 by Okongwu, 4 by Daniels, but Jalen Johnson with just 2. Yeah, Jalen Johnson, 2 points, 2 turnovers. And the top player of the team this season as a scorer, Jalen Johnson, yet to get going tonight. That's not a good sign for Atlanta. Yeah, they have some young guys, some really good pieces on this Hawks team. It's just the playoffs is different, and they just don't have the playoff experience so far out of this Hawks squad. There's been some really good moments out of this Hawks team this year. For them, got out to a slow start, worked their way up to the number 6 spot in the Eastern Conference, and still, I think they can make this a series against the Knicks, based on the physicality of this series as well. It's just mistakes that's haunted Atlanta so far tonight. Some big turnover issues for them. Yeah, over in the Eastern Conference, some of these teams might be getting we might see quite a bit of these series matchups end early, like 4-game series, 5-game series. It's like the experienced teams in the playoffs are getting some really inexperienced teams this time around. And then the Magic are up against the 1 seed, 1-0. So that might be the best series of them all, potentially, if it keeps on playing that way, is the Magic against the Pistons. We get back to action. Knicks with possession. Lob looking for Anunoby, knocked down at the backside of the play by Kispert, gets fouled. 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line for Anunoby. That alley-oop lob that's happened a couple of times so far. Mitchell Robinson, he's been able to slam it down twice in this game off alley-oops. First free throw missed at the line for OG. Second free throw is good by OG. 10-point lead for New York. Inbound goes to Kuminga. Kuminga on the floor alongside Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Corey Kispert, CJ McCollum. Number 13, Tony Bradley on the floor for the first time tonight. Nickeil sends it off to the corner. Kuminga on the outside off to Kispert. Into the hands to McCollum. McCollum dribbles up at the left wing as he is hounded by Miles McBride. 1-on-1, 2 in the shot clock. Gets the way to Kuminga. Hoists up a tough 3 and he sinks it. Jonathan Kuminga, far side corner, lets it rain from the perimeter. And that's a tough shot. Credit for him for making that. Landry Shamet on the floor alongside Miles McBride, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, number 00, Jordan Clarkson. McBride, crossover, spin cycle, free throw circle, outside Shamet, 5 in the shot clock, Shamet. Oh, he took a digger. He's down hard at the back end of this play. Here goes Atlanta. Numbers, bullseye, they got it. Oh boy, that's an injury right now for Landry Shamet. Damn. Landry Shamet just slipped in a banana peel. Off the dribble, stumbled hard. Landed hard at his backside. Holy smokes. Dude was on the slip and slide at Water Whiz. Holy smokes. Landry Shamet injured right now as he is down, wincing in pain. Damn, who forgot to shut off the garden hose out of the garden? Freaking court inside the key looks slippery, and the Knicks side, how he completely just slipped and fell down off his backside. Knicks get the possession. Shamet's walking it off right now. He's still playing through it. McBride goes up, strip turns it over, numbers. This is a 3-on-1 for Atlanta. Nickeil Kispert scores, up and off the backboard. It's a 3-point game. The second unit for the Knicks really struggling in the first 90-plus seconds to begin the second quarter. Shamet off the roller. Robinson outside. Push past McBride into the corner. Anunoby back into the hands to Miles McBride. 8 in the timer. Flares it off to Shamet. Shamet takes on Kispert. 1-on-1. Shamet step back 3 over Kispert. No good off the back rim. Tip to midcourt. McBride collects the loose ball. They're not going to say over the back since it was deflected, as he went 1 foot behind the midcourt logo. Missed jumper baseline by McBride. Rebound hauled to McCollum. He finds Kuminga up the floor. Kuminga will slow it down. 3 to tie up the game. They're perfect starting this quarter off for the Hawks. 3 for 3. Knicks 0 for 3. McCollum on top. Kispert pull up 3 from deep. Kaboinked off the back rim. Offensive rebound secured by Nikhil. Nikhil attacks inside the key. Went up, got it stripped, lost it. Poke loose, back to Kispert. 5 in the shot clock. Into the hands to McCollum. 30-footer straight away. Skidded off the rim and out of bounds. They've had some chances. Those are tough shots, going for a couple like 30-foot threes for Atlanta. Knicks in a 2.5-minute scoring drought right now. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. What a game we got here, Carly. Knicks with possession. Miles McBride moves it off to Clarkson. Clarkson at the edge in the midcourt logo. Getting his first touch here of the game. Clarkson attacks the paint. Lob off the fingertips. Robinson got it back and put it up and through. Good for 2. 5-point advantage for the Knicks. 8 points now for Mitchell Robinson. Nikhil, pocket pass, finds Tony Bradley, the roller, and he scores up and off the window. Nice little pick and roll action right there by Tony Bradley with a deuce. 22-10 points in the paint in favor of the Knicks. Shamet, bad pass behind his teammate, results in the turnover. Up the floor, nobody there. McCollum able to shut the door with a 2-2 flush. And a timeout taken by New York. 11-2 run by Atlanta. And a 2-minute and 45-second span in the Hawks start to come together as they have started to come alive, found a rhythm, and gotten their team winning 1 as we head to the timeout. All right, now we get a ball game. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. Quick update with the Cavs-Raptors game. That game started to get close. 79-73 Cavs. 6-point lead with 1 minute left to play in the third. And I plan to be live tomorrow night covering Celtics against Philadelphia, so feel free to come on back if you guys would like for that one tomorrow night. Mikal Bridges, Mitchell Robinson, each with 8, leading the way for the Knicks. Josh Hart with 6 for the Knicks. Brunson with 5. Atlanta, C.J. McCollum, 9 points, the game leader. 6 each by Okongwu and Kuminga. Yeah, second unit for Atlanta during that last 3-minute clip, playing really well. Knicks struggling with those bench guys on the floor. Miles McBride, -7. Landry Shamet, Jordan Clarkson, -8. Mitchell Robinson, -9. And the bench guys been positive out there for the Hawks. +8, Corey Kispert. Tony Bradley, +9. I hope so, Ice Ice Baby. Wow, what a cold weekend it was over here. It was 45 degrees where I am. And last week there were a couple of days that was 70. Crazy how the weather changes. We're supposed to be in a freeze warning tonight where I am. It's supposed to get down to like 25 at night, later tonight into tomorrow morning. All right, so we're going to get back to action. This is a 1-point game right now, 35-34. Inbound for New York. Right to left on the floor, Shamet on the court alongside Hart, Robinson, McBride, and Clarkson. Shamet, edge of the midcourt logo. So he takes on Kispert 101, slides it off to McBride. 8 on the shot clock for Miles McBride. McBride dribbles up inside the mid-block. His pass broken up. Intercepted by Kuminga. Up the floor. Jams it with a two-hand slam. Atlanta with their first lead of the night, making the Knicks pay with their turnovers. 36-35. Jordan Clarkson at the MSG logo right wing. Dribbles up to the elbow. Clarkson inside the key. Hangs up the air. Draws the contact and the foul. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Clarkson. It's on Tony Bradley, who picked up the shooting foul. Hey, what's good? At it on the street. Welcome back in, man. Yeah, 31-point win yesterday by the Celtics. I saw that was the largest margin of victory in a game 1 in the first round in the franchise history. First free throw good by Clarkson. And I plan to be back live tomorrow night. Celtics against Philadelphia. That'll tip off. That's good to know. NBC gives the tip-off time, 7:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the tip-off tomorrow between Boston and Philadelphia. Second free throw missed by Clarkson, and we get a foul. Charge to Atlanta. Jose Alvarado, former Pelicans player, got tripped up trying to track down this offensive rebound. Yeah, that's going to be on number 4, Gabe Vincent. Used to play for the Heat for Vincent, so Vincent, guilty party, picks up his second personal. Inbound goes to McBride. Handoff Alvarado. Alvarado, skip pass, corner, 3, Hart. Off the mark, misfired. A rebound secured by Kispert. 36-36. So we're down to 7:45 left to go before halftime. Nickeil Alexander-Walker towards his right off the dribble. Steps into a 3. Off the mark, misfired. A rebound secured by Hart. Out of the pack for Josh Hart, as they've got a disadvantage when numbers up the floor. They're 3 under 4, but either way, Robinson scores the putback off the Hart miss. 2-point lead now for the Knicks. Nickeil bursts the speed attacking, slides it outside to the wing, missed the pass of the turnover. Sailing on the bounds, off the mark, looking for Kuminga. Yeah, you should never wish to get that. You should never wish to get a certain type of team because it always seems to backfire, and that team makes them pay. Robinson at the free throw circle. Dribbles back out to the perimeter. Handoff to McBride. So we're down to 7 minutes left to go before halftime. McBride steps into a 3. Missed off the mark. No good. Offensive rebound tracked down by Clarkson. Clarkson goes up and scores the 2. 4-point advantage now for the Knicks. Hawks with possession. Jalen Johnson back in on the floor. 11-0. Second chance points tonight for New York. Johnson, his pass broken up in the air. Deflected. Intercepted by McBride. Up the floor here. Finds Hart. Dump off underneath Robinson. Euro step missed off the mark. Put back. Goodbye. Hart's not going to count it though. Man, Atlanta's getting manhandled on the glass. 19-9 rebounds in favor of the Knicks tonight. Atlanta's getting absolutely manhandled out on the boards in this game. 6-2 in offensive rebounds, 11-0 in second chance points. Jose Alvarado, he's going to take a seat on the bench now for the Knicks. 6:32 left to go before halftime. 2 free throws coming up for Mitchell Robinson for New York. So they are already in the bonus. That's the 5th personal foul charged to Atlanta this quarter. First free throw on a straight free throw goes in. That's the guy that you want to foul if you're New York. Put him at the free throw line, a 60% plus free throw shooter throughout his career with Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, Knicks have had the upper hand against the Celtics this year. Second free throw, that was a short free throw. Off the mark, rebound, bobbled out of bounds. Last off, Kuminga. It's going to stay Knicks ball. Just these mental mistakes by Atlanta, that's been hurting them. They had an own basket into the Knicks hoop at one point in the first quarter. They've had a couple juggled defensive rebounds that they lost at the baseline. It's just execution on those types of plays that they got to get a hold of. Inbound, Clarkson, Cat, outside finds Brunson back on the floor. Brunson dribbles up inside the key, off the glass, no good. A follow through is good by Clarkson. That's embarrassing for the Hawks there that they couldn't box out the smallest player on the court with Jordan Clarkson. 8-zip run by the Knicks in a minute 50 span. Gabe Vincent, step back 3, got it. Right down the chute, delivers. That's a major triple by Gabe Vincent. Cuts the deficit to 4. Jalen Brunson, pass midcourt. Yeah, for me, I took the Knicks to win this series. I honestly think it's going to be the Knicks, but we'll see what happens. Hawks collect the steal here, but it could also be, if it is Knicks-Celtics, it could be a redemption type of series for Jason Tatum after getting injured last year. So we're down to 5.5 left to go before halftime. Brunson on the floor alongside Cat, Bridges, Hart, and Clarkson. Jalen Brunson slows down tempo into the hands to Bridges. Flings it off to Brunson. Brunson, leader, inside the key off the teardrop. Got it to go, and it's good for 2, plus the foul. Got contacted from behind by Dyson Daniels, and they had one coming up at the free throw line for Brunson. Gotta watch the fouls now for Atlanta. Dyson Daniels, second personal foul of the night. Kuminga and Vincent each with 2. Robinson for the Knicks, the only player with 2 personal fouls. The starters for the Knicks are just so good. Plus 15 on the floor for Josh Hart. Plus 10 in the court each for Brunson and Bridges. Even though their benches become a minus, their starting lineup is just so much better than the Hawks. Missed free throw by Brunson, rebound secure by Johnson. Jalen Johnson needs to start to get something in order to get his team back into this matchup. He's a minus 14, worst minus on the floor. Johnson at the wing, off to Daniels. Daniels, not a scorer. Kick out quarter. Okongwu, his 3 got blocked up in the air by Anunoby. And at the baseline, it was out off the Knicks, according to the officials. This is going to stay Hawks ball, 5 in the shot clock. They're going to put back 14 in the shot clock, actually. So a blocked 3 by OG. Now, who was this last touchdown? That looked like it was clearly out of bounds by... Ooh. You couldn't see right there. The replay camera stopped before we saw if it was out of bounds by Jalen Johnson. Instead, no, beg my pardon, it was Karl-Anthony Towns who picked up the loose ball foul, and the 3 gets splashed down. Nickeil Alexander-Walker sizzles the triple. 4:45 left to go before halftime. Nickeil's up to 6 now. First made 3 tonight. Brunson at the MSG logo. At the right wing, he takes on Johnson. Tees up the 3. Skipped around the rim and out to rebound. Hauled in by Daniels. Down by just 3 for the Hawks. Up the floor, Okongwu attacks the paint. Okongwu left it short. Draws the shooting foul. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line. It's on Anunoby. Picks up the shooting foul. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here. Type it in. Hawks or Knicks. 2 free throws coming up here at the line for OG Anunoby. First free throw, that is good. Knicks up in the poll. Rather easily right now, 62-38. Second free throw, in and out, deflected. Goes to the top of the backboard, hit the bottom part of the shot clock, and that is out of bounds as both of these teams are pointing to one another about who last touched it, and the referees are meeting together about who will have this possession. They might need to look at this one at the monitor. Possession will stay Atlanta ball. 14 in the shot clock. Daniels inbounds it off to McCollum. CJ towards his left off the dribble. Guarded by Brunson. Switched guarded by Bridges. Top of the key. Into the hands to Nikhil. Nikhil dribbles up, drives. Inside the key, goes up. Blocked to the bounce by Katz. Major rejection right there by Karl-Anthony Towns as that was a shot clock violation on the Hawks as he blocked the shot attempt at the buzzer. Fourth block of the night by New York. Knicks get the basketball as we're down to just above 4 minutes left to play before halftime. Hart on the floor alongside Bridges, Brunson, Cat, and Anunoby. Anunoby curls, receives the pass. Inside the key, OG bumped into, fouled. It's on Okongwu who picks up the personal foul. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Anunoby. Mr. Tops will come in at halftime. Onyeka Okongwu, second personal foul. First one is good at the line for Okongwu. Cavs start to run away with it with the Raptors right now. 91-82 Cleveland with under 8 minutes left to play. Second free throw by OG. That is good right down the middle. 4-point lead for the Knicks. Under 4 minutes left to go before halftime. Anunoby with 6 points tonight. Pass midcourt, CJ McCollum. McCollum at the top of the key, takes on Kaz. Step back 3 on its way. Got it! Right down the chute, delivers. Big time 3 by CJ. 1 point game. McCollum's got 12. Brunson on the outside. Defended by Daniels. Driving. Gets past him off the dribble. Kick out. Corner 3. OG Anunoby off the rim. No good. A rebound secured by McCollum. And in the backcourt, there's a foul. And if this was on the loose ball, charged to Atlanta, it will set up more free throws for the Knicks. The Knicks right now are in the bonus. Yeah, that was on McCollum. So a rebound follow charge to CJ McCollum. That's a tough call going against CJ there. He's talking to the official right now about the call. The first free throw misfired at the line for Josh Hart. Second free throw by Hart at the line. That is good. 48-46. Down to under 3.5 left to go before halftime. CJ McCollum crossing the midcourt logo. Dribbles up inside the key as CJ accelerates. Kick out corner. Johnson has it at the mid-block outside to the perimeter and the keel. Lob for Johnson. Johnson inside. Johnson draws the shooting foul. 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line. It's charged to Brunson who picks up the personal. I took the Knicks tonight in this one to go up 2-0 in the series. They've been really solid on their home floor this season. First free throw good by Johnson. Second free throw is good by Johnson. Copyright means showing the TV screen of the game. You can't do that because the stream gets shut down. Dyson Daniels knocks down Josh Hart. It's another foul charged to Daniels. That's going to be his third personal foul coming up. It's going to send Josh Hart at the free throw line after the timeout. 48-48, a tie game with 2:58 left to go before halftime. We head to the timeout here. That's brutal. This Hawks team just cannot get out of their way tonight. Couple missed rebounds that they should have been stronger squeezing, collecting. They had an own basket that resulted in a Knicks buckets. And now the fouls are starting to ramp up. Just some major mistakes tonight by the Hawks. The Knicks have struggled from three. New York shooting 3 for 15 from three. Atlanta's hung in this game because they're 7 for 15 from three. But the Knicks are just crashing the glass, scooping up rebounds. Plus 10 in the glass for New York. 21-11. 7-2 in offensive rebounds. The Knicks have got a plethora of second chance points off offensive boards tonight. And then just dominating the interior. 34-14 points in the paint in favor of the Knicks. Foul trouble right now looks like this for the Hawks. 3 personal fouls on Dyson Daniels, 2 each by Okongwu, Kuminga, and Gabe Vincent. And then foul trouble for the Knicks, 2 personal fouls each by Kat, Anunoby, and Robinson. If you're new in the stream, make sure to keep on smashing the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. I cover basketball action, play-by-play, NBA. Also covered a lot of great college hoops games as well leading up to the NBA playoffs from March Madness. So keep on coming back for future live streams. And I plan to be live tomorrow covering Celtics against Sixers tomorrow night. So if you guys would like to come on back for that one, feel free to do so. Yeah, Knicks were up early. Knicks went on that scoring drought. They've had issues with their bench tonight in this game. Major minuses off their bench. Mitchell Robinson -5. Shaman's a -9. McBride -3. Clarkson. Yeah, Josh Hart been the real deal tonight. +11, 7.7 rebounds. This Hawks team struggling to box out, giving up way too many second chance points. Robinson with 5 rebounds. 3 rebounds by OG. Brunson, 7 points, 4 assists. Yeah, this Hawks team just cannot get out of the way of themselves tonight. Some terrible fouls they've committed. It's been a physical game. You got guys knocking out guys left and right. Dyson Daniels knocked out Josh Hart hard. That's his 3rd personal foul, so that stands. So Atlanta had this call looked at. They already lost the challenge tonight. They haven't done so hot with challenges this season. They're 31-22 on challenges this season. That's only 58.5% with their challenges that they've won. So Dyson Daniels, scrappy defender right now with 3 personal fouls and quite a bit of foul trouble. Josh Hart, 2 free throws here at the line for the Knicks. First shot's good. Right now, Knicks up in the poll 60-40. Second free throw by Hart, right down the middle. 2-point lead for the Knicks, 50-48. We're under 3 minutes left to go before halftime. Atlanta with possession, left to right on the floor. McCollum on the floor alongside Nikhil Alexander Walker, Jonathan Kuminga, Jalen Johnson, Onyeka Okongwu. Kick out, corner, three. Johnson left short, long rebound, halted by Brunson. Up the floor, bounce pass, finds Hart, circles around, tiptoes the baseline, keeps the play alive. Hart goes in between two defenders, tripped up and fouled. It's on Jalen Johnson, who picks up the personal. Second personal foul charge to Johnson. 2 free throws in the bonus coming up for Josh Hart. Wow. Excellent job by Josh Hart to keep that ball alive. I mean, that was by a mere inch that he was able to tiptoe the baseline and keep the dribble alive. Went behind his back off the dribble. First free throw, good by Hart. Knicks getting to the free throw line a ton. Right now, they're 11 for 17 tonight, the charity stripe. 83% at the line in game 1. 25 for 30. Hawks shot 63% in game 1. Second shot by Hart. Left short. One-hand rebound ripped away by Johnson. 3-point game. Under 2.5 left to go before halftime. Kuminga at the top of the key. Drives on Cat. Inside. Puts up a tough shot. No good off the mark. Great contest by Cat. Here goes the Knicks running with it. Brunson tees up a three. He drills it. Zipping one down. Fast off the fast break offense. 6-point lead for New York. Jalen Brunson double figures. He has 10. McCollum working on Brunson. Attacks the paint. High off the glass. Got it to go. And an and one. Covered up at the free throw line by CJ McCollum. That's a humongous bucket by a veteran player to get his team winning 4. Targeting Jalen Brunson, who picks up the shooting foul. 14 points by CJ. Led his team with 26 in game 1. Jalen Brunson picks up personal foul number 2 tonight. Free throw is good. 3-point game, a 2:02 left to go before half. Brunson in the backcourt, pressure by Nikhil, crossing the timeline. Top of the key into the hands to Cat. Fires it off to Bridges. Bridges accelerates. Low block jumper. Off the rim, no good. A rebound secured by Okongwu. Hawks have possession. Atlanta 58% this quarter. Knicks at 38%. Nikhil drives on Cat. Inside the key. Fall away. Mid-range. Off the rim. Short to rebound. Goes back to the Knicks. 90 seconds left to go before halftime. Brunson, 101, takes on Nikhil. Top of the key. Brunson going to slow down the possession. Under 10 in the shot clock. Back to the midcourt logo. Jalen Brunson, guarded by CJ. Kick out, corner three. Got it. OG Anunoby buries the triple. 6-point lead for the Knicks. 9 points now for OG tonight. CJ. Offensive foul. Illegal screen. Charge to Okongwu. It's a turnover by the Hawks. Third personal foul now. Charge to Onyeka Okongwu tonight. He's going to take a seat on the bench. That's a great sign to see for the Hawks. Mohamed Gay, he went down in the first quarter. Back part of his head crashed right into the bottom part of the stanchion underneath the hoop, and he went to the bench and wasn't seen for a long period of time. He has finally checked back into the game since the midway stage of the opening quarter. Jalen Brunson on a mismatch takes him. Mohamed Gay around the perimeter, one-on-one off the crossover. Now drives on him inside the key, off balance. Brunson missed off the glass, rebound ripped away by Johnson. Johnson looks to push it, 3-on-2 up the floor. CJ fires a three and drills it. It's a 3-point game, a 57-54. CJ McCollum, 18 points in the opening half of action. 40 seconds left to go before halftime. Jalen Brunson, top of the key. Brunson dribbles, drives inside, over Nikhil, scores, up and off the window. Jalen Brunson just so crafty. 12 points right now for Brunson. CJ McCollum slows it down, comes off the screen, fires a three, left short. Long rebound secured by Brunson as Cal off a run out, but will slow it down. Shot clock turned off. Bridges, handoff back to Brunson. 12 seconds remaining before halftime. Jalen Brunson at the MSG logo. Brunson dribbles up inside the key. Brunson goes up, got stripped out of bounds. 2.5 left to play before halftime. So Jalen Brunson stripped. This is going to lead to a Knicks inbounds. Underneath the hoop of the baseline, Jalen Brunson, the inbound passer. Brunson looking for an open teammate, finds Bridges. Bridges sneaks around, got it at the buzzer. Able to float one up and drills it at the horn for Mikal Bridges to put his team up by 7 going into intermission. Worked perfectly off the inbound. Brunson finds Bridges, and Bridges able to float up the runner at the baseline and gutted a drop. Knicks with all the momentum tonight on their home court. 61-54. Starters looking really good for the Knicks in this game. Jalen Brunson, one of 4 players in double figures right now at halftime for New York. He has 12, alongside 6 assists, a plus 11 on the court. 11 points off the bench by Mitchell Robinson with 5 rebounds. 10 points each by Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges. Hart with 7 rebounds, a plus 16 on the court by Hart. 9 points by Anunoby. Cat with just 4 currently. Atlanta, led by a one-man show. CJ McCollum at 18 points, carrying his team in this matchup for the game leader. 6 for 9 shooting, 3 for 5 from the perimeter. 8 points off the bench by Kuminga, 7 by Okongwu. Jalen Johnson has completely gone away. 0 field goals, but the team's leading scorer this season, Johnson, with just 4 points. All at the free throw line in 18 minutes, a minus 15 on the court on 0 for 4 shooting, with 3 turnovers in the first half of action. The Knicks crushing it inside the interior. 32-16, points in the paint in favor of New York. 25-13 rebounds, 7-1 offensive rebounds. And the Knicks have been struggling from 3. They're just 5 for 17 from 3. But nevertheless, New York having the major upper hand on the interior, inside the paint, and on the glass in this game. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell, as well as right now we go into halftime, and the Knicks looking really good at the moment, up by 7 against Atlanta going into half. I plan on being live tomorrow night covering Celtics against Sixers. If you guys would like to come on back, feel free to do so for Boston versus Philadelphia tomorrow night. Gonna see if I can go get Mr. Tops here. We'll be right back in a matter of moments. All right, Mr. Tops. Neutral game for you tonight, buddy. And we're keeping Mr. Tops nice and warm today. What do you think, buddy? Yeah, Mr. Tops ain't scared of the Knicks this time around. Mr. Tops is thinking that it's going to be the Knicks that take this series, but he knows that Jason Tatum ain't scared of the Knicks this time around. He's just, he stared at the Knicks scoreboard. Yeah, he doesn't really have a runner, a dog in this race. He's not too happy that the Celtics aren't playing tonight. Tomorrow the Celtics play, buddy. Celtics stream tomorrow. Good job. I know, 1 foot after the next foot. Poor guy's recovering from not being able to see the sea lions today at Mystic Aquarium. Yeah, we had to make sure to keep you warm in the car. We couldn't take you inside there. Too cold to go outside today, so you had to be kept in warm blankets. Good job, buddy. Celtics tomorrow, Mr. Tops. Not tonight, tomorrow. There you go. He said, thank you for letting me know. All right, I'm going to put back Mr. Tops, and he'll be back in tomorrow for Celtics Sixers. And hopefully a good result for you, Mr. Tops, tomorrow. Hopefully another good game for Jason Tatum tomorrow night, buddy. All right, so I'm going to put back Mr. Tops, and we'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, we're back in here. Just a halftime. Knicks a 7-point lead going into halftime here currently. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And I'm hoping to be back live tomorrow covering Celtics against Sixers. And then hoping to be back live like much more frequently. So basically this weekend is like my big weekend for like college sports. So I have a lacrosse game this Wednesday, so I will not be live this Wednesday since I have a lacrosse broadcast this Wednesday. I get a softball doubleheader on Friday. Saturday is another lacrosse game, my final broadcast for the season for lacrosse, and then Sunday I have baseball. So yeah, it's 4 games this week that I'm covering, or 4 different days for sports. It's actually 5 since softball is a doubleheader. But then after this Sunday, I'm hoping to for like the last for basically the rest of the playoff season, hoping to put out like a definite schedule when I do plan to go live for all these streams, instead of like kind of like last minute for me, because I'm like before these streams I'm putting together like notes and stuff for the games that I have to cover throughout the week. Like I was working on my lacrosse broadcasting notes for Wednesday. So yeah, once I get past this weekend's, basically all comes down to a close. So I don't have anything after this Sunday until the following Saturday. It's softball doubleheader, the regular season finale. Then I have the baseball regular season finale for college broadcasts, and that's basically it for me, unless The teams that I do broadcast get into the playoffs and have to host playoffs, but we don't know that until like the end of the season. So yeah, nobody for lacrosse is going to be hosting the team that I've been covering for lacrosse. They're projected as a number 6 seed out of 11 teams in the conference, so they're like a back end playoff team in the quarterfinals. So they're going to play at a 3 seed. And then the other team, I don't think is going to make it in. They're having a tough season. I think they're in a tie for last in the conference for them out of like a 9-team conference. And then softball, yeah, usually the softball team that I've covered has been hosting as like either a 2 or a 3 seed, like at least a quarterfinal game, but I don't think so this year. They're at the back end of the conference this year, and they haven't played the best team in the conference, and they're sitting in 7th or 8th, so they're probably not going to host. And then the baseball team I've been covering, they used to be like nationally ranked top 25 all the time, and then a new team joined the conference a couple of years ago, and that new team ranks number 3 in the country in the NCAA Division III baseball, and completely just took over the conference and has dominated it. So they've been like a consistent 2 seed or 3 seed the last couple of years, but before that, like 2021, 2022, 2023, they were a consistent 1 seed, like building up a dynasty in that conference. In the last few years, a 2 seed, 3 seed, and they've had to go on the road to take on the 1 seed that's hosted the conference tournament. Hey, what's good? Hockey on the stream. Welcome in. Hope all is going well, bud. Right now, just at halftime, Knicks looking solid, especially in the interior. They are owning this game on the glass and in the paint. Haven't shot the three ball well, but nevertheless, even though they're not shooting the 3 well, still finding ways to win this game. 25-13 on the glass, 32-16 points in the paint. It's just the Hawks with their interior defense don't really have that answer to stop the Knicks' attack down low. Some really solid possessions out on the Knicks in this game. The ball movement's been amazing by New York. 14 total assists on 22 made field goals. Jalen Brunson has 6 assists at the half. He's got 6 assists at the half. Josh Hart with 4 total assists, padding the stat sheet multiple ways, 10, 7, and 4 for points, rebounds, and assists. Cavs and Raptors. That game's still going on. Or just wrapped up, as I just spoke. Final score, Cavs go up 2-0 in the series. 115-105 victory by Cleveland. Oh, this must be like a really popular stream tonight. This Knicks Hawks game. Like, it must have a bunch of competition on the stream, because usually my numbers are like much better than it is right now. So I'll have to keep on monitoring that as we go throughout the course of these playoffs to see like which games I'm going to cover in the future. Tomorrow I'm planning to cover Celtics Sixers. Wednesday I'll be off, so no stream on Wednesday. Thursday, yeah, I might lean towards Cavs Raptors to give that series a shot on Thursday, because the viewership isn't been that great right now, unfortunately, for Knicks Hawks. I think it's a lot of competition with like New York streamers that's doing this game as well. Whereas I'm not sure if it's going to be that much popular with tons of streamers doing Cavs Raptors. So if I am live on Thursday, I might want to give Cavs Raptors a shot. All right, here we go. Start to the third quarter in just a moment. 7-point lead built up by the New York Knicks. Atlanta Hawks struggling on the glass and defending inside the paint in this game. Jalen Johnson yet to get going either. Just 4 points in 18 minutes and yet to even make a field goal. Leads the team averaging 22.5 points per game. Right now, minus 15 in the court. And yeah, this Hawks team seems like they're just missing that number one guy on the team. Seems like Johnson's good to be like a 2 guy or so, but just that top star player, like, that goes above and beyond. I think that's just what they're lacking. CJ McCollum, he's got that veteran leadership experience leading his team. Got to be thankful for him right now for the Hawks. He's got a game high, 18 points. Here we go. We get back to action. Left to right on the floor. Knicks with the opening possession to begin the third. Cat fires it inside the key off to Anunoby. At the corner to the hands to Josh Hart. 10.7 rebounds, 4 assists in the opening half of action. Hart on a 3, buries it. It's a laser from the perimeter. Josh Hart picks off where he left off. He's a plus 18 right now on the court. 64-54. Atlanta with possession. The Kongwu handoff jumper. CJ left short off the rim. A rebound secured by Cat. Knicks with possession, taking it up the floor. Josh Hart on the top of the key off the cap. Pulls up from deep and he rockets in a triple. Karl Anthony Towns able to drill that 3 from downtown. Back-to-back threes by the Knicks, who are struggling from the perimeter to opening half, now start to get going. Jalen Johnson getting going there, scores the layup. Pringle, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, bud. 11-point lead for the Knicks. They're going to look to see if they can play their style, slow down the tempo here in half number 2. Brunson into the hands to Cat, towards his right around the perimeter, finds OG, kick out corner off to Hart. Hart dribbles inside the key, a fall away, mid-range, got the bounce. It is good for 2 for Hart. The Knicks finding their rhythm, finding their stroke to begin this third quarter. Pocket pass, CJ, kick out, corner, Okongwu towards his right off the dribble. Runner, no good by Onyeka, tipped in by Johnson for the deuce though. 69-58. Pressure defense in the backcourt displayed by Alexander Walker. Jalen Brunson able to cross the timeline with it though. Brunson, bounce pass into the hands of the Cat, top of the key, takes in the Kongwu 1-on-1, slides it off to the wing. Bridges fires a 3. And before that, refs roll a foul charge to Atlanta away from the basketball. So Josh Hart getting going, Karl Anthony Towns getting going on back-to-back made threes to open it up with a 14-point lead by New York to begin the third quarter. Cleveland just beat Toronto 115-105, so the Cavs go up 2-0 up in the series against the Raptors. Bullet pass inside from Cat off to Anunoby, broken up out of bounds by the Hawks. Under 10 minutes left to play in the third. Inbound to the corner. OG. Back outside, Cat. Finds Brunson. Brunson, crossover. Step back three in the air. Off the mark, no good. A rebound secured by McCollum. CJ McCollum slows down tempo. Defended by Hart at the top. Outside off to Johnson. Knicks up 1-0 in the series. Gives it off to Daniels to the corner. 3-point shot taken by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Missed off the mark. Hart tips it off to Cat for the offensive rebound. Outlet pass. Bad decision. Too far for Brunson to track it down. A turnover charged the Cats. 9th turnover of the night now by the Knicks. Yeah, Cat did not need to do that. Look at the score. You're up by 11. Just walk it up the floor. Take some more time off the clock if you're New York. Daniels towards his left off the dribble. Circles around. Hand off Johnson. Jalen Johnson around the perimeter with possession. Works his way to Hart towards his right. Shovel pass. Finds CJ. Turns the corner. Dribble drive with the left hand. Scoop score. Up and off the backboard. Good for 2. 9-point match now. Josh Hart going quickly. Soars and missed it. Offensive rebound. Putbacks there by Cats. Atlanta struggling to hustle back to pick up that defensive rebound. Cat with 9.6 rebounds and 2 assists. Down low. Okongwu scores up and in. Off the window. 9-point game. Knicks with possession. Brunson walks it up the floor. Into the hands of the Cat. Lob to Brunson towards his left off the dribble. Left baseline dribble. OG. Double teamed. Underneath. Shoves it down with a right hand slam. Back to a double-digit advantage for the Knicks. Anunoby, he's got 11. Dyson Daniels soars up to the rim. No good. Missed off the mark. A rebound. Or it got put back in off the putback. Anunoby fell down hard, wincing in pain a little bit right now for OG, but limpering getting up the floor. So he's going to play through the pain. He just went down, landed awkwardly, hanging on to one knee. Brunson, no good, blew the layup. Late whistle, bumped into and fouled. 2 free throws coming up here at the line for Jalen Brunson. Yeah, OG Anunoby. It was the lower left ankle that he was holding on to after it went down hard. Okongwu, guilty party, just picked up the personal foul. That is his 4th. So Onyeka Okongwu, big foul trouble right now in the game with 7:58 left to play in the third. 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line for Jalen Brunson. First free throw, good by Brunson. He's got 13. Josh Hart with 15, 7, and 5 for points, rebounds, and assists. Anunoby with 11. Bridges with 10. The Cats got 9. Off the bench, Mitchell Robinson with 11. CJ McCollum, he is the game leader with 20. Double figures with 11 by Okongwu, but deep foul trouble now with his 4th personal foul. Second free throw is good. Muhammad Gay in the game now as he replaces Okongwu. Jalen Brunson's got 14. So we're down to under 8 minutes left to go in the third. Johnson into the hands to Daniels. Looking for an open teammate, finds Alexander Walker at the top. Pocket pass off the roller, Daniels. Kick out corner, Muhammad Gay, open 3. Left it short off the back rim. A long rebound out of the pack, secure by Hart. Hand off Brunson. Brunson, right baseline dribble, gets past Gay. No good, missed the layup. Offensive rebound, putbacks there for 2 by Cats. Kings of the glass tonight. 20-7 second chance points in favor of the Knicks, and the timeout taken on the floor by the Hawks. Atlanta is getting absolutely demolished on the glass in this game. Five guys, double figures, who are just out there on the floor for New York with all their starters. 15 Hart, 14 Brunson, 11 each by OG and Cats. He has got double digits. Big time numbers being posted right now by this Knicks team on the point totals and on the glass. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. I cover basketball action, play-by-play, NBA, throughout the course of the playoffs, college hoops as well. Keep on coming back for future live streams here to support throughout the entirety of the 2026 NBA playoffs. Basically been a one-man show for Atlanta. CJ McCollum, 20 points and 7 for 11 shooting, needs help out of his teammates. Jalen Johnson, just 2 made field goals to this part, both of them in the early stage of the third quarter. But yeah, not really much there after McCollum. Nikhil limited to just 6 points and 2 for 8 shooting. Okongwu, he's got 11. He's in deep foul trouble, though, with 4 personal fouls. Feel free, hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here tonight, Knicks or Hawks. Type it in if you guys would like. Cleveland goes up 2-0, leading the series over the Raptors, 115-105. Cavs win against Toronto tonight. Yeah, unfortunately, this Hawks team just does not seem like they're right there with the Knicks. The Knicks have struggled in road games this season. So coming up, the game 3 on Thursday. That's must win for Atlanta. Teams that go up 2-0 win the series approximately 92% of the time. Atlanta, 24-17 at home, 22-19 on the road. Knicks, a big gap between home and road for their record, 30-10 at home, 22-19 on the road. Jalen Johnson struggling. Game 1, 23 points on 8 for 19 shooting. Tonight, just 2 for 6 with 8 points. We get back to action. 7:20 left to go in the third quarter. Right to left on the floor, Hawks with possession. Johnson into the hands of Daniels around the perimeter. Hand off McCollum. McCollum fires a 3 around the rim and out to rebound secured by Cat. Cat, Brunson, Hart, Anunoby, Bridges. They're starting 5 on the floor currently for the Knicks. 7 minutes left to play in the third. Cat, hand off Brunson. Brunson drives to Muhammad Gay. Inside the key, a double teamed. Goes up. Bumped into, contacted, got the shot, blocked it out of bounds. They got a foul charged to Atlanta there. And the referee was hiding behind the hoop on that camera angle, so there was a shooting foul charged to Atlanta. 2 free throws here by Brunson. That was not a clean block. It happened after the foul occurred where Muhammad Gay swatted the layup attempt by Brunson. First shot good by Brunson. Second free throw. That is off the back rim. Johnson, or that's Daniels, who secures the defensive rebound. McCollum gets past Brunson off the dribble. Pocket pass. Daniels rolls down. Scores the 2. Really needed that right there for Atlanta. Dyson Daniels, 4 points tonight. That's the same amount of points that he had in the Game 1 loss. Gonna have to turn himself into a scorer because basically they're playing 4v5 with a non-factor as an offensive player on the floor. It's basically reminiscent of Ben Simmons throughout his career. Anunoby, no good. A tap in, good for 2 by Cats. Just cleaning up the glass. Got players behind, trailing the play, able to tap it up and in. And Atlanta having a tough time protecting the rim tonight. Johnson off a triple team. Dump off. Nikhil runner. Couldn't bury that one. Missed the rebound off the fingertips of Daniels. Pushed from behind though by Hart. Josh Hart, guilty party. Picks up the personal foul. Just one team tonight with the Knicks is just so active on the glass. Getting to the rim, attacking the rim all night long. The other team, the Hawks, tons of miscues at the rim. Failing to box out, failing to collect defensive rebounds at the baseline that they're juggling, leaving to go out of bounds. They even had an own basket at one point, opening corner McCollum. His pass broke it up. Outside finds Nikhil. Nikhil missed the three and missed the jump. Soared up for the defensive offensive rebound was Gaye, leading to a corner three. Missed off the mark by Bridges. Rebound secured by Johnson. Atlanta all the sorts. Jalen Johnson, straight line dribble drive penetration, bumped into, fouled, score it, and one coming up at the free throw line. Jalen Johnson needs a moment. It's on Cat, who picks up the personal foul. Oh yeah, absorbing the contact from Cat. Number 13, Tony Bradley will check in this game. So he replaces Muhammad Gay. They go to their third string big man off the bench right now for the Hawks. Jalen Johnson, free throw, bounces in. 3-point play complete, 11-point game. Five and a half left to go in the third. Jalen Brunson dribbles past the midcourt logo. He is defended by Alexander Walker at the top of the key. Brunson at the wing, crossover, spin cycle Brunson, jumper mid-range. Brunson got it! Jalen Brunson. See who I am right there, right to the crowd. I got you folks. 82-69, Kuminga, same spot, turnaround jumper, not like Brunson though, left it short. Rebound back to New York. Knicks with possession, Brunson had it poke loose, intercepted by McCollum with a steal. Up the floor for CJ, but a one-man show, bumped into and fouled. And we'll stop the clock with 4:49. Man, Jalen Brunson just makes it look so easy on the floor. Jalen Brunson tonight working his way up to 17 for the team leader. Inbound goes to Johnson. Jalen Johnson defended by Hart around the perimeter. Slides it on top into the hands to McCollum. McCollum drives, floats up the runner, and again, another foul charge to Brunson. So that's now the third personal foul on Jalen Brunson. Two shots here coming up at the line for Jalen, or for CJ McCollum. Able to bury them. 82-71 now. McCollum's got 21. He's got 22, beg my pardon, with the previous one. 22 by McCollum, doubling up the number 2 scorer in the team with Okongwu and Jalen Johnson with 11. Brunson drives inside the key, the teardrop, got it to go. It is good for the deuce. Jalen Brunson, an all-out scoring clinic right now in the second half. He's got 7 this quarter, 19 in the game. McCollum at the top of the key, takes on Brunson one-on-one. McCollum drives on Brunson inside, a runner, bounced, rung around and in. It's good for 2. CJ McCollum, 24, carrying his team in the game. Yeah, I'm not sure if Atlanta can get their stops. They're going to have to hope that the Knicks go in a lengthy 2+ minute scoring droughts and that the Hawks start to nail some shots to get their team crawling back into this game. 11-point lead for the Knicks. Brunson, they go to once again. Brunson goes up, got it stripped, lost it, stole away. Johnson up the floor with a steal. Got to capitalize here for Atlanta. Johnson high off the glass, missed the mark. Tip in, though, by Kuminga as he scores. That's a big tap in. 3.5 left to play in the third. They'll try it again for the Knicks. Past the midcourt logo, Jalen Brunson. Brunson, bounce pass out to the wing. Lob gets sent over to Cat. Cat backs his way inside the key, goes up, skies. And a foul down low. It's on Kuminga, the guilty party, who picks up the personal. Jonathan Kuminga, deep foul trouble for him. That's his third. So foul trouble right now looks like this. 4 personal fouls by Okongwu, Jalen Johnson, Dyson Daniels, Jonathan Kuminga each with 3. Gabe Vincent has 2. The concerning part for the Knicks tonight has been their bench. Whether they're going to roll out their bench at some points in this quarter or beyond. That's the question. Right now, their starters have been excellent tonight. Plus 18 by Josh Hart. Double-double, 15 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Plus 13 each by Bridges and Brunson. Brunson leading the team with 19 points, 7 assists. Plus 12 on the floor by Cat. He's almost got a double-double, 13 and 9. Plus 2 blocks. Anunoby's a plus 6 with 11 points. Bridges has 10 points. Just such a good starting lineup for New York. And then off the bench, Mitchell Robinson has 11, plus 5 rebounds. This Knicks team in the interior is absolutely decimating the Hawks on the glass. 46-34 points in the paint. 35-20 in rebounds. Yeah, the Knicks front court guys got some serious foul trouble issues. Onyeka Okongwu, 4 personal fouls for the top big man in the team. 3 personal fouls each by Kuminga, Daniels, and Johnson, and then Gabe Vincent with 2 fouls. And right before we went to the timeout, Jose Alvarado was getting ready to check in to the game for the Knicks. Cavs go up 2-0 in the series. James Harden scored 28. Donovan Mitchell dropped down 30. A 115-105 victory by the Cavs over the Raptors tonight. Yeah, I think these first-round matchups could be very quick, and then the second rounds, oh boy, grab the popcorn for these second-round matchups. Some of them are going to be really, really good. 3:21 left to go in the third quarter of action. Knicks up by 9, 84-75. Inbound for the Knicks. Cat launches a three, quick in the shot clock. Missed off the back from Kuminga. Secures the defensive rebound. McCollum races up the floor. Atlanta been trailing throughout the majority of this game. A chance for them to cut the deficit. McCollum does exactly that as he floats to the shot and rattles it in. 7-point game with under 3 minutes left to go in the third. Jose Alvarado replaces Brunson as the point. Top of the key, Alvarado torches right off the dribble. Pocket pass finds Cat. Rolling down. Surges to the rim and he scores with a right-hand finger roll. 9-point lead for the Knicks. Cat almost a double-double by him tonight, as he has got 13 points alongside 8 rebounds. Beg my pardon on the stat correction that was made during the timeout. Kuminga, his three came off the rim. Short to rebound secured by Alvarado. Alvarado pushing tempo, rushing up the floor. Cat, quick three early on in the shot clock. He buries it. Karl-Anthony Towns zings in a gigantic three. 3 for 6 from the perimeter this quarter for the Knicks. Atlanta yet to bury a three. Tony Bradley, handoff, fall away, tough shot, McCollum. It's an offensive foul. Turnover charge to Atlanta. This game started to get out of reach by the Hawks. Knicks with all the momentum behind their home crowd at MSG. And when Karl-Anthony Towns is nailing shots like that, then watch out. Tony Bradley, an illegal screen trying to free up McCollum as he clipped Alvarado, picked up the offensive foul. Oh, wow. Jose Alvarado just got teed up as well. Yeah, Jose Alvarado had some words with CJ McCollum at the end of this play, and the Knicks. Oh, it was double tech. Yeah, that's why there was no free throws. Double tech each by Alvarado and McCollum, both with words with one another right up in the grill, in the face of one another after the end of that play with an offensive foul. This is going to result in a side end here for the Knicks. Yeah, let both of these teams beat up upon one another. This has been a physical rock fight to start off this series. Cat at the far side corner takes on Bradley. Left baseline dribble. Cat going up underneath. It is charged. A turnover. Cat offensive foul, hooking Tony Bradley off the baseline dribble. Foul is starting to get a plentiful right now. That's now the 4th personal foul charge to Cat as he will head towards the bench. Mitchell Robinson checks into the game. And right now for the Hawks, they're down by 12. This is a chance that you can start to build some momentum, get your team, cut it back to single digits, get your team to cut this deficit right now with Cat on the bench. Kuminga at the free throw circle. Kuminga takes on Alvarado, stripped and fouled. And Jonathan Kuminga's in the bonus. Free throws coming up, 2 shots at the line for Atlanta. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. And I plan to be back tomorrow night covering Celtics against Sixers at 7 p.m. First free throw, good by Kuminga. Second free throw, Kuminga, right down the middle. 89-79. This is a golden opportunity right now for the Hawks to make a run in this game with Cat on the bench. Alvarado on the floor alongside Shamet McBride. Anunoby Robinson. Anunoby fires it down low. Robinson soars up and jams it with a 2-hand jam. Mitchell Robinson providing that extra reinforcement down low. He's got 13 and a perfect 6 for 6 at the rim. Kuminga in and out of his hands, broken up off the Knicks though. Man, Mitchell Robinson making it look so easy. Just an energy builder type dude out on the floor. CJ McCollum towards his left off the dribble. Daniels, outside CJ, pull up from deep, missed off the mark, deflected back to Vincent for the offensive rebound. McCollum, kick out. Kuminga, McCollum, three, a corner, off the mark, offensive rebound. Daniels, runner, Daniels misfired. It's a comedy of shooting errors here for Atlanta. 40 seconds left to go in the third. Knicks with possession. Jose Alvarado lost it off the crossover. Loose ball. Battle for the loose ball. Bradley, Alvarado tied up together. Yeah, I think it was Jay Ramirez on Saturday. He put that. Or it was on Friday, actually, with the enforcer that the Charlotte Hornets really need to go out in the market, get an enforcer. They got that type of dude for the Knicks with Jose Alvarado. They have an enforcer on their team. Scrappy dude. Used to play for the Pelicans, one of the top ball stealers in the league. And this jump ball, of course, he got tied up with Tony Bradley, and of course, he did not win that jump ball. 6 feet, going up against 6'11", Bradley. Turns the corner, drives out Robinson, blocked by Robinson. Knicks have it right back. Mitchell Robinson able to get a piece off of that ball off the right-hand skyhook by Tony Bradley. Shot clock turned off. Final 10 seconds left to go in the third. Jose Alvarado, a dribble, a drive, inside the key, no good off the mark. CJ, pass midcourt at the buzzer, off glass, misfired. And at the end of the third quarter, it's a 12-point lead for New York. 91-79. We turn the page and get to the fourth quarter coming up. The Knicks approaching 12 minutes left to go. If they can hold them off, they'll be up 2-0 in the series. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Three quarters in the books tonight. Really good balance. It's basically looking like this game is being played 6-on-1 tonight. Jalen Brunson, team leader for the Knicks, 19.7 assists. Cat, 18 points, 8 rebounds. Double-double by Josh Hart, 15 and 10 for points and rebounds alongside 5 assists. Top plus on the floor, he's a plus 18. 13 off the bench, and the perfect 6 for 6 shooting by Mitchell Robinson. OG Anunoby, he has 11. And then 10 points by Mikal Bridges. On the other side, CJ McCollum needing help tonight. 26 points, 9 for 17 from the floor. 5 assists, 2 steals. After that, 12 points off the bench by Kuminga, 11 each by Jalen Johnson, Onyeka Okongwu. Jalen Johnson struggling. Minus 20 tonight on the floor for Johnson. Big differential in the interior in this game. That's where the difference maker has been made. 37-24 rebounds tonight in favor of the Knicks. 50-36 points in the paint for New York. Yeah, this Knicks team just too much size compared to the Hawks. They're just battling for everything on the glass, so active, tipping everything up into the hoop for tap-ins. Atlanta having a tough time boxing out. The Hawks are just they're just missing front court experience for them. They need experienced guys to protect the rim, and they're just not getting that out of Okongwu tonight. Okongwu just 5 rebounds in deep foul trouble with 4 fouls. He's got his minutes only at 18 through 3 quarters. They just don't have that veteran big man presence on their team. Young team did a great job moving up to the 6th seed, but what I'm seeing out of these playoff rounds is that the teams that have inexperience, like the Raptors, this Hawks team, some players have played before in playoff games, like CJ McCollum played for Portland. Jonathan Kuminga was a bench player on Golden State when they won the championship in 22. Nickeil Alexander-Walker used to play for the T-Wolves. He's only got 6 points tonight, really struggling. 2 for 12 shooting. Most likely going to win most improved player, but he's nowhere to be found. Jalen Johnson's had a tough game for the start. And those two guys really needed to make an impact offensively. Haven't been able to do so tonight. It's basically been CJ that's been carrying the load. Looking like 1v6 on the floor right now. Got to get other guys to step up. And the Knicks went on just that one scoring drought in the first quarter when they put all their bench guys in, and that allowed the Hawks to come on back in the game. Atlanta some difficulty as they crossed the midcourt logo. They had it broken up in the backcourt, luckily able to pick it up with Nickeil. And reach and foul charge to Bridges defending Alexander Walker. So this will reset the shot clock. 14 in the timer for Atlanta. Down by 12. Corey Kispert on the floor alongside Okongwu, Alexander Walker, Kuminga, and Gabe Vincent. Kispert in the corner, bobbled out of bounds. That's off of Kuminga. It's a turnover. Yeah, you can't have that. I've said it from the beginning that the Atlanta Hawks in this series has struggled to get out of their way. Yeah, that's a key, basically the play of this series in a nutshell. All right there, Jonathan Kuminga was thinking to shoot the ball before handling the ball and let the ball slip off his fingertips, resulting in a turnover. Looking for the lob, couldn't get there cleanly as Robinson couldn't have it. Racing up the floor, scoring the layup. Corey Kispert able to get the 2. 2 points off the fast break there by Atlanta. McBride, push pass outside. Alvarado into the hands to Bridges as he is guarded at the corner. Off to Jose Alvarado, top of the key off the crossover. Alvarado takes on the keel. 6 in the timer. Bounce pass Robinson. Hand off Alvarado. Alvarado pull-up jumper from deep. Missed off the mark. A rebound secured by Nickeil. Past the timeline with Alexander Walker. So we're down to under 11 minutes left to go. Hawks in danger, dropping this game, going down to 0-2 back to Atlanta on Thursday. Getting right past the defense, though. Onyeka Okongwu with a rack attack, putting his team within single digits. Timeout on the floor taken by the Knicks. Blown defensive assignments. Mitchell Robinson just not guarding his man, as Onyeka Okongwu just completely blows right past him off the dribble, leading to an open rim and a clearance with a dunk. All right, this game has started to get interesting. Issue tonight for the Hawks is that they just cannot shake these deficits. The Knicks just keep on shutting down the door when the Hawks get into these types of deficits. The Knicks have led 95% of the game, largest lead by 14 tonight for New York. But wow, that's a huge slam dunk there by Okongwu. Guy's on the floor playing with those 4 personal fouls, getting himself 13. That's massive. Yeah, they needed a lot more out of him at the rim. And usually he's been known to be an elite-level shot blocker. No blocks for him tonight for Okongwu. Only 5 rebounds. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. I plan to be back live tomorrow night covering Celtics against Sixers at 7 o'clock. 8-point game with 10.5 left to go. Knicks with 50 points in the paint. 22 second chance points. CJ McCollum, 26 points in game 1. Tonight he's got 26, carrying his team in game 2. Jalen Brunson, the team high 19 right now, alongside 7 assists for New York. Just so much more balance with the Knicks. The Knicks with an incredibly balanced starting 5. And Atlanta, just a one-man show tonight with CJ McCollum. He's got double the amount of points as a number 2 scorer. Congo with 13, CJ with 26. Mikal Bridges keeps the dribble alive. Reach and follow charge to Kispert. He will stop the clock with 10:17. This series has been a physical series. Jose Alvarado, inbound out to the corner, finds Anunoby. OG backs his way mid-block. OG step through, off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound by Robinson. Bridges, oh nice find underneath. It is Clarkson who scores the 2. Wasn't the prettiest finish. It went off the front of the rim, dropped in though into the net, and that's all that matters. Able to capitalize off that second chancer. Bounce pass off the roll down. Kuminga skies in and jams it. 93-85, down to 9:40 left to go. Jose Alvarado on the floor alongside Mikal Bridges, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Clarkson for the Knicks. Bridges, bounce pass outside, Clarkson into the hands to Alvarado, finds Jordan Clarkson on top. Clarkson, deep range pull-up, missed off the mark for a 3. A rebound secured by Okongwu. Nickeil Alexander-Walker alongside Onyeka Okongwu, Jonathan Kuminga, Corey Kispert, Gabe Vincent. The 5 on the floor currently for Atlanta. Okongwu, hand off to the wing. Kuminga lobs it up over the top. Okongwu throws it down with a slam jam. 6-point game right now. Under 9 minutes left to go. Onyeka Okongwu's got 15. Inside the key, Alvarado dribbles out to the low block. Alvarado bounce pass left corner, firing a 3. OG Anunoby delivers. Splash from the perimeter right, OG. That's a big-time shot right there for the outside. 14 now for OG. Gabe Vincent thought about the step back, made the extra pass. Kuminga tees up a 3, left off the rim short. Rebound secured by OG. That's a bad shot selection there by Jonathan Kuminga. This Atlanta Hawks team just going through the growing pains of a young team right now, getting some playoff experience for the first time ever for this group. Some guys have played in playoff games in the past, but not significant minutes compared to this one. Alvarado attacking the paint, no good, missed the layup. A rebound secured by Kispert. Up the floor goes Nickeil. Nickeil takes on Anunoby, step back jumper, baseline. Got a piece of that basketball. Anunoby with a block. As the Knicks have it back, and a reach and follow in the backcourt charge to Kispert. Whenever Atlanta seems to have some sort of momentum, the Knicks shut the door right on back and bury a massive shot on the opposite side of the floor. Knicks with just clutch shot making in their genes to keep on shutting down the door throughout the course of tonight. Jose Alvarado. Applause by the Knicks fans at MSG. Substitutes out. Jalen Brunson back in the game. Karl-Anthony Towns will check back in as well. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll be back live tomorrow night covering Celtics against Sixers at 7 o'clock. And Jalen Johnson re-enters for Atlanta. Jalen Johnson replaces Kispert. Johnson having a tough game. Just 11 points tonight in 28 minutes. In the backcourt, Knicks with possession. Jalen Brunson crossing the timeline. Going to slow down tempo into the hands to Cat. Torres left off the dribble at the wing of the perimeter. Handoff finds Bridges. Over to Brunson. Brunson edging the midcourt logo as Bridges was bumped into and fouled. It's on Dyson Daniels who picks up the personal. It's going to reset the shot clock to 14 here for New York. Some deep foul trouble tonight by Atlanta. 4 personal fouls each by Kuminga and Okongwu. Daniels just picked up his 3rd. Jalen Johnson with 3. Corey Kispert with 3. 2 fouls charged to Vincent. Near side front court, Josh Hart, the inbound passer. Kicked by Johnson, and he'll have to reset, try it again. And they will also switch to inbound passer. So Jalen Brunson will be the inbound passer this time. Jalen Brunson, the inbound passer. Bounce pass off to Hart. Reach and foul, charge to Johnson. Just a terrible foul call on Jalen Johnson. You cannot have that reaching in off a simple inbound. Can't have this when the stakes are this high. Next time around, it puts the Knicks in the bonus. That's the 4th personal foul in this quarter by Atlanta, just one by New York. Some really just terrible foul calls. Or terrible fouls being made. Not so much calls. They've been the right calls, but terrible fouls tonight on Atlanta. Wow, McCollum just got off with a shove off the offhand. A runner misfired by McCollum. Rebound by Hart. Josh Hart, a double-double up the floor. Finds Bridges. Halfway down, no good. Missed the 3. Offensive rebound, Clarkson. On top, Towns. Out to the wing. Bridges again. Around the rim and out. Misfired on the 3. Rebound by Okongwu. Down to 7 minutes left to go in the 4th. 12-6. Offensive rebounds in favor of Atlanta. Hawks have it towards the far side. Kuminga. Backs his way on Clarkson. Towards his right off the dribble. Kuminga off balance. Got it to go in the foul. Jonathan Kuminga and one coming up at the free throw line. Again, they needed that for Atlanta, but the issue is that the Knicks make a clutch shot and just keep on shutting down the door every single play. Jonathan Kuminga. Free throw is good. 96-90. Once again, it's a 6-point game with under 6:45 left. Got it 1-6 for Atlanta, but can the Knicks make another clutch shot? They've done it all throughout the course of the night. Cat backs his way off the pivot, puts it up high off the glass, no good. Tip-in opportunity, no good off the mark by Clarkson. That's pretty sad, though, for the Hawks that Jordan Clarkson is able to get tip-in opportunities like that. Deflected by Katz, broke it up. Okongwu, bounce pass, finds Johnson, attacking the paint, high off the window, scores. We get a 4-point game. 9-3 run by the Hawks in the last 3.5+ minutes. Brunson tripped up and fouled by Daniels off the dribble. And this will send Jalen Brunson to the free throw line shooting 2. Critical foul. Dyson Daniels right at midcourt. Yeah, that was the correct call. Jalen Brunson, 2 free throws. Got to be really careful, though, if you're Atlanta. They're trying to play as scrappy as possible with their defense, but right now that scrappiness translating into fouls. 4 players each with 4 personal fouls. Brunson buried the first free throw. Second free throw coming up by Jalen Brunson. Free throw is up. Free throw is good. 98-92. Back to a 6-point game. If you're doing a stream, smash the thumbs up. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. What a game here tonight. Atlanta with possession. CJ McCollum crossing the midcourt logo. It's been a one-man show in this game. Kick out corner, Okongwu attacks the paint outside. CJ bobbled pass, and luckily to get it back with Johnson. Not a pretty possession there. They still have 5 in the shot clock. Backdoor cutter, Daniels outside of Okongwu. McCollum up fake. Johnson open 3. No good off the back heel. Rebound secured by OG. Couldn't make it. Botch possession was going to be tough to do so either way for Atlanta. We'll see what the Knicks have in their bag. Brunson, clutch. Brunson, got it. Jalen Brunson, the definition of clutch to put his team up by 8 off the teardrop. 192. Jalen Brunson, big time on that possession, shutting down the door. Once again, limiting Atlanta, closing the door, putting his team up by 8. Timeout on the floor taken by the Hawks. 192. And Jalen Brunson, absolutely him. .23 now by Brunson. Definition of clutch. That's his 8th made field goal from the floor. He's got 7 assists tonight. Cat with 18 and 8. Josh Hart, double-double, 15, 11, and 5 for Hart. Massive impact in the glass. Anunoby with 14 and 8. Jordan Clarkson has 5 rebounds himself. Mitchell Robinson, 13 and 7. These guys are just kings of the glass tonight. 11 rebounds by Hart, 8 rebounds by Cat, 8 by Anunoby, 7 by Robinson, 5 by Clarkson. Huge differential between the rebounds on both sides. 45-30. This game has been decided on the glass. Second chance opportunities, 14-6. Knicks have been thriving upon a plethora of second chance boards, leading to second chance points all over the place. 54-48 points in the paint. That number was a huge disparity earlier on. Atlanta started to close the gap in that points in the paint number, but the rebound margin has been the difference maker. Cleveland picked up the win over Toronto, 115-105 tonight. Feel free to join me back in tomorrow. I'll be back live covering Celtics against Sixers tomorrow. Hey, what's good? Naja player, welcome back in, bud. Yeah, no problem. Knicks tonight just keep on shutting down the door against this Hawks team. 192 down to 5:25 left to go. This is a clutch time game. New York, 9-4 in games determined by 3 points or fewer. 32-19 in games decided by 10 points. Atlanta, 33-19 in games decided by 10 points. But in games determined by 3 points, they're just 7-8. So they've struggled in clutch time games going up against a very experienced Knicks squad. Missed jumper by McCollum at the elbow. Rebound back to New York. Chance here for the Knicks to slow it down. Approaching the 5-minute mark left to play. Brunson on the floor alongside Cat, Hart, Bridges, and Anunoby. Brunson at the top of the key takes a McCollum. 1-on-1. A step back three on its way. Off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Kuminga. Kuminga on the floor with McCollum, Nikhil, Johnson, and Okongwu. And Kuminga scores the layup. Taking it coast to coast right there off the rebounds. 6-point game, approaching 4.5 left to go. Brunson again slows down tempo. At the wing of the perimeter. Jonathan Kuminga, 7 this quarter, 19 in the game. Brunson kick corner. Hart outside finds Cat. Cat pulls up from deep, off the rim short. Rebound secured by Okongwu. That was not the shot they were hoping for. Opens up the door for Atlanta. McCollum, kick out, corner 3. N'Keal, right down the middle, got it. N'Keal Alexander-Walker, bullseye, delivers in the triple. Anthony, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, bud. 4 minutes left to go. 3-point game. Can Atlanta stun the Knicks? That's the question. New York has led 95% of this game tonight. Atlanta has barely led. Brunson sneaks his way inside. Blocked from behind. Huge rejection there by Atlanta. N'Keal's going to slow it down. Approaching the 3.5-minute mark left to go. Alexander-Walker, edge of the midcourt logo. N'Keal one-on-one, a 3 to tie. Kick out to the wing. Johnson towards his left off the dribble. Johnson inside N'Keal. Got in the drop. It's good for 2. Holy moly. Here we go, folks. A 12-4 run by the Hawks in the last 3.5 minutes. If you're just joining in, Atlanta trailed as many by 14 at one point in this game. And now they've outscored the Knicks 20-9 in the fourth quarter. 1-point game. Down to the final 3 minutes left to go. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Knicks in the scoring ruts. Hart launches a 3 off the rim, no good. Ripped away in the glass by Kuminga. Atlanta, chance to take the lead right here. They lost it. Stolen right back by Bridges. Miscues for Atlanta. They were down by 14 at one point in this game. And the Knicks will burn a timeout. 2:43 left to go. New York up 1-0 in the series. Atlanta on the road. All the momentum in this game on a 20-9 fourth quarter box score lead. All the momentum has the number 3 seed on the ropes in game 2 of the series. Wow. Stunning turn of events. Shot selection the last 3 minutes has been terrible by New York. Cat thinks that he can pop up for a 3 instead of dribbling up and attacking and getting downhill. Getting a better percentage look closer to the rim than just popping up on a quick 3. Anybody's game right now. This would be a massive choke for New York. So I talked about it 10 minutes ago in the stream that the Knicks just kept on shutting down the door off the Hawks. What a comeback by Atlanta. All of a sudden, the Knicks start to go cold, and they can't make anything. And the Hawks are starting to attack. Achilles' heel tonight for the Hawks is that they have got shredded on the glass. But in the second half, they completely changed their mindset. They are attacking the paint, getting to the rim. And man, oh man, oh man, if the Atlanta Hawks tonight pull this off, part of a 20-9 fourth quarter advantage, that would be something special for the future of this franchise. This young team on the road, game 2 of the series, looking to avoid going down to 0-2. The team that goes up 2-0 wins the series 92% of the time. The Knicks have led for over 95% of this game. 2:40 left to go. Atlanta has barely led tonight. First lead was 46-45, and that was the only lead in this game. Brunson dribbling around, top of the key. Left baseline dribble. Anunoby off a double team. Ripped away. Stolen by Okongwu. And it's going to be Atlanta basketball. Onyeka Okongwu ripped the ball away inside the key off of Anunoby. That was brilliant. Kuminga and Okongwu coming away with a double team, and Okongwu ripped it away, and then Anunoby picked up the reach and fall in the backcourt. That's the third personal foul charged to OG. Away from the play, some contact here. No cover the refs as they continue. McCollum, he's got 26, leading the game. Hasn't scored in a while, though. McCollum, look at that, take the lead. Oh, he's got it! CJ McCollum right to the rim. It's the first lead for the Hawks. Sets a 1-point advantage in the early second quarter. 101-100. The Knicks looking like they could choke at a big one tonight, and they missed the alley-oop. They did get fouled. 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line for New York. 1:54 left to go. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And I'll be back on tomorrow night covering Celtics against Sixers. If you'd like to come on back, feel free to do so. Type in the chat who you guys got to win this game here tonight. Atlanta, New York. Type it in. Knicks lead the poll 62-38. First free throw. No good off the mark. Missed by Anunoby. Holy crap. The New York Knicks are really going to choke on a big one tonight. Holy smokes. Free throw number 2 by OG. No good. Skipped around the rim and out. And it's going to be Atlanta basketball with 1:52 left to go. What a game. 1:52 left. OG Anunoby 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Hawks walking up the floor. McCollum on the floor alongside Kuminga, Nikhil, Alexander Walker, Okongwu, and Johnson. Edging the midcourt logo for CJ McCollum. He's got 28 plus the go-ahead bucket. CJ looking for more with a teardrop. Got it to go. CJ back-to-back buckets. Hawks with a 3-point lead. Largest lead of the game by Atlanta. 11-zip run by the Hawks. Brunson for the tie. Bang, bang, bang. Drills the 3. 103. 26 by Brunson. McCollum off the double team. Bad pass. Reach and follow though. Nikhil held up. He was the one who was trying to cut to that basketball. And the Knicks commit a foul. Wow, the Knicks cannot believe the foul call. That was looking like an easy steal, an easy bucket in transition for New York. Wow, I don't know about that. Inbound goes back to Atlanta. McCollum, bounce pass, try to thread the needle. This time it's a clean steal. Bridges collected the steal. Josh Hart was able to get a hand on the ball to poke it loose. Final minute left to go. Knicks with possession off the steal. Jalen Brunson at the Madison Square Garden logo slows it down. 10 in the shot clock. 50 seconds left to go in the game clock. Brunson dribbles up, drives, inside, jumper, elbow, no good. Around the rim and out. Rebound secured by Johnson. 2 timeouts remaining for the Hawks. 1 timeout remaining for the Knicks. CJ McCollum been so key in this game. Looking for more. Oh, he's got it. CJ buries the 2 at the baseline. It's a 2-point lead for Atlanta. Atlanta looking to steal one tonight. Knicks with possession. Under 30 seconds left to play. Jalen Brunson defended one-on-one by Nikhil. Switch guarded by Okongwu off the double now. Slides it off towards his left. Bridges, hand off Brunson. Brunson drives inside the key, goes up, stripped, stolen, turnover. Nikhil with a steal, up the floor. Johnson shuts it down with a 2 and a flush. Timeout on the floor, taken by the Knicks. Jalen Johnson, big time slam. Nikhil Alexander Walker, huge steal. It's a choked lead for the New York Knicks. The Knicks choked in a big one tonight. 107-103 Atlanta. Can't ever count out the Hawks. Holy moly, what a comeback tonight for Atlanta. What a game. A Fuka Choka Knicks. If you're new on the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. Nikhil Alexander Walker, the steal, 2-on-1 up the floor. Jalen Johnson receives the pass and slams it down. 4-point lead, largest one tonight for Atlanta. If you're just joining in, the New York Knicks choked on a 14-point lead, and the Atlanta Hawks lead the fourth quarter box score 28-12. An embarrassing final 6 minutes and under of regulation for the Knicks. Atlanta was down minus 24 in points in the paint at one point in this game, and now they're up in points in the paint 58-54. 28-12 fourth quarter box score in favor of Atlanta. on 12 for 15 from 2 in this fourth quarter. 107-103. Knicks near side front court. Josh Hart down by 4 to inbound passer. Hart finds Brunson. Comes off the screen. Fires the three. Rattled in. He's got it. 1 point game. 7 seconds left. In Atlanta, they got 2 timeouts. They'll burn one. Knicks are out of timeouts. Wow, what a series. If you're new in the stream, keep on smashing the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. I'll be back live tomorrow covering Celtics against Sixers. If you'd like to come on back for that one, feel free to do so. What a game. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here, Knicks or Hawks, type it in. We're on a timeout right now. 7.1 seconds left to go. Atlanta down to 1 timeout remaining. Knicks have 0 timeouts left. Holy smokes. CJ McCollum, 32 points. He carried the Hawks for a very long time. Then Kuminga started to get going in the fourth quarter. 19 by Kuminga, 17 by Johnson, 15 by Okongwu. Jalen Johnson got out to a really slow start. He went into halftime with 0 made field goals for Jalen Johnson. He was 0 for 4 at the half and now shooting 6 for 12. 29 by Brunson, 18 by Cat, 15 and 12 for Hart. Anunoby's got 14, 10 by Bridges. Off the bench, Mitchell Robinson with 13. 107-106. 7.1 seconds left to go. Atlanta will inbound in their front court. Jalen Johnson. Near side front court will be the inbound passer. He's on the floor alongside McCollum, Kuminga, Okongwu, and Nikhil. Johnson looking for an inbound player to get open, finds McCollum. McCollum curls, and he gets fouled by Hart with 5.6. In the bonus for CJ McCollum for 2 free throws. 5.6 seconds left to go, and if you're in the Knicks, you're only 32% from 3 in this game. Jalen Brunson, he is 40% from 3 at 4 for 10. If you're in New York, you're going to know this ball is going to go to Brunson. And if you're Atlanta, you're locking down the perimeter, and right now you're defending anything if you're the Hawks. Because the first free throw was missed by McCollum. Critical miss by CJ McCollum. If the Knicks do want to go for the knockout punch in the 3, Brunson 4 for 10 from 3. OG 2 for 4, Cats 2 for 5. Bridges 2 for 6, Josh Hart 1 for 5. Second free throw, CJ. Oh, no good. He missed it short. Josh Hart races up the floor. Here we go, final seconds. Step back jumper at the buzzer. No good. Missed by Bridges. Left it off the rim short, and the game's over. What a crazy sequence to end this game. CJ McCollum, both free throws he missed, left the final free throw short. The Knicks collect the rebound. They raced up the floor. Mikal Bridges stepped back deep 2. Baseline. Missed it. Off the rim short. Ball game. Atlanta steals one tonight as they trailed by over 90% of tonight's game. 107-106, the final score. What a game. The New York Knicks of Fuka Choka choked on a big one tonight. CJ McCollum, game high 32 points. Clutch go-ahead leading buckets. Clutch bucket again to put his team up by 4 at one point, and eventually able to shut down the door, win by 1. 19 by Kuminga off the bench, 17 for Jalen Johnson, 15 by Okongwu. What a comeback by the Atlanta Hawks. Wow. It looked like CJ McCollum, for the majority of this game, was playing 1 versus 5 on the floor, and then his teammates in the fourth quarter started to step up. Part of a 38-15 fourth quarter box score for Atlanta. The New York Knicks choked in a 14-point lead. Blew this game wide open and lost by 1 tonight. Jalen Brunson, 29. 18 by Cat. 15 by Hart with 13 rebounds. 14 by Anunoby. Bridges with 10. Robinson with 13. Just absolutely mind-boggling by the Knicks. They have been crushing the Hawks in the paint this entire game. Plus 20 in points in the paint. And then, all of a sudden, they come into the fourth quarter, brick a bunch of threes, go away from the paint, and then don't play interior defense. And then the Hawks, who had fewer than 20 points in the paint at one point, then the Knicks surpass the Knicks in paint points and win this game 58-54 on paint points for Atlanta. The Knicks tonight choked in a 14-point lead. In a game midway into the fourth quarter looked like they were going to close the door for sure. And then all of a sudden they went stone cold, terrible shot selection, and completely blew it wide open and lost this game. Horrendous way to lose this game for the Knicks tonight. The Knicks out-rebounded the Hawks 47-36 in the glass. This one's going to really sting for a long time if you're a Knicks fan out there. Like, the Knicks were plus 11 on the glass, 14-6 in offensive rebounds. The Knicks tonight destroyed Atlanta in second chance points. And despite being out-rebounded by 11 rebounds, the Hawks find a way to win this game and attack the paint and score at the rim in the fourth quarter. And this Knicks team just completely fell apart. Like, wow. We get a series here, folks. This Knicks team with zero momentum going into Atlanta with some terrible play on the road this season. Gotta watch out because this clearly opens up the door for the Hawks to take this series now. Wow. Stunning outcome in this game. Knicks choked in a 14-point lead. And the New York Knicks are going to Atlanta on Thursday, where the Knicks have just a 22-19 road record for them this year. And the Hawks at 24-17 at home. Wow, just crazy finish tonight in this one. Thanks all for joining in. This series will have at least a Game 5 as we are tied now, 1-1. The Hawks tonight steal one. 14-point comeback, outscored the Knicks 28-15 in the fourth quarter. We're going to close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. If you guys enjoyed the stream tonight, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow covering Celtics against Sixers for Game 2 of the series. We got Jason, John, Michael, Bradley, Joe, Lonely Satellite, Warren, the Naja player, Nora Kelly, Ogie, Russell, Rydog, Astros fan for life, all on the prowl. I am Ghost, Ian, Edith, Ice Ice Baby, SGA Sports Talk, Elaine, Kilo Pitts, Yvonne, and Otamura. Thanks for joining in tonight for this one. Atlanta trail for 90% plus in this game, but ended up pulling off the stunning upset victory over the Knicks. 107-106, the final score, a 14-point comeback by Atlanta. And I plan to be on live tomorrow night as well, covering Celtics against Sixers for Game 2 of the series, if you guys would like to join on back. Atlanta wins 107-106, the final score. Thanks all for joining in, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Monday night.